HD2 New York, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Got the number one pick in the NHL draft, but the men that can't seem to stump. Do something dumb, that's an observation. CLT make them need to run.
That's Lawrence Taylor!
Cut on every trash, CMT for short. Wonder if we best once you peep the score. Up at the crack of dawn, top stories of the morning. While you're yawning, grab your coffee, rise and shine with 8:80 a.m. This is Drop Time. We provide highlights from your favorite teams. Got Dave and Rick making plenty of picks. It's Rule 76.
And a very good morning, boy, oh boy. It moves quick here in New York. DNR with you on ESPN New York. And we're going to do lots of Giants today, and it doesn't really make all that much sense to me. Before we get to any of it, though, I want to be the adult in the room, which I tried to be on the show, and I say good morning to Rick. I want to take a moment to discuss what today is. It's Veterans Day, so I want to bring you in. Let's take a moment, discuss that, send our respects to people that are veterans, more manly than us, certainly, and then we can move on to the New York Football Giants. So good morning, Rick. How are you?
Good morning, David. I don't know necessarily more manly. It's the men and women, all who serve.
Well, yeah, but I don't think womanly is really the phrase is manly.
Well, yeah, but I don't know if it's necessarily a manly thing. It's just
no, but I don't think manly is just men. I think manly is a phrase.
Okay, whatever it is. Today's an important day.
Yes,
and we should take a minute today to make sure we recognize what it's all about and what it means, and to pay our respects and our gratitude. I mean, the list of words goes on and on for all the men and women that serve.
Right,
in our
and it's been, not just this year, but years, and when we're at war and when we're not at war and when we're, being attacked in this country and not in this country. It's just, yes, you are the people that deserve the recognition and the admiration of us today and really every day. We don't do it every day. There's a couple days, right? Memorial Day is a big day to have this discussion. Days that some give all and others also give all, and then days like today in Veterans Day. So, yeah, it's not just a day that you don't have to go to school. And it's not just a day that some people don't have to go to work. It's much more than that. It's much deeper than that. And before we started with the, really irrelevancy, in the big picture of the Giants, we wanted to get into what today is, and it is Veterans Day. And we respect you and this gratitude and, thank you, men, women, everyone that goes out and really goes above and beyond for us every day.
You think that Raymond would like to say a few things?
I think we should probably keep him from doing that. Because
I don't think it can get clunkier than what we just experienced over the last 2 minutes. So you guys handle it. You're good.
I think we were great.
Hey, spoken by the person that has one of the great sayings in the history of the show.
Oh, it's the great.
I think I may have just been one-upped.
Maybe no. There's nothing going to be.
Are
that.
you crazy?
You ended the show with
that.
it.
Well done. Bravo to you.
The manly people out there.
Hey, listen. No one said it's going to be perfect. All right, Raymond. You just shut your mouth, enjoy your stupid Eagles win. You should be disgusted with yourself.
I'll be happy to sit here quietly and say nothing.
By the way, how they won that game is beyond me.
It's some interesting decisions late in that game.
I mean, Nick Sirianni felt like he wanted the Packers to win that game. What was he doing? Even when they line up for that 4th and 9, by the way, Troy Aikman's like, well, they can't go for this. They're not going to go for this. They snapped. I was like, they're going for it. What a stupid. I mean, the only thing that they missed, if they didn't go for that deep shot to Watson, which is a bad throw, by the way, if they just tried to go 15 yards over the middle on the first play, they connected, spiked it, did the same thing on the second play, now they would have had a chance. Had the Eagles lost, to be a fly on the wall in Philadelphia sports radio this morning.
Oh, that would have been a tough one. I mean, I couldn't imagine what your boy Rob was going through last night watching that one. That's all I heard last night.
He probably wasn't watching, to be honest.
He was definitely watching. That's all I heard yesterday at practice.
No, he probably was doing like crochet, knitting, something like that.
He listens to the show now.
It might have been cupcake day for Rob and his family. Yeah,
he listens to the show religiously. Yesterday he's texting me because at some point we got the Cuddle Marry Trash where you picked the Eagles. It's like best team in the NFC and you went Eagles. And then Ray took the Eagles with his picks. So he's now has he's got the entire NFC East now rooting for the Eagles.
No, see, he's an idiot.
And he loved every second of it.
I did not say I like the Eagles.
We said they were the best.
I'm not rooting for the Eagles. I never said anything like that.
No, but you acknowledged that they were the best.
Well, they are. I don't even know how. I don't think they're better than Seattle or the Rams. I don't. I just think that that their avenue to get to the Super Bowl is easier because those other teams have to go up against each other. That's what I think. But regardless of that,
right? We'll see how the playoffs. I mean, we'll see how the playoffs unfold.
Oh, we will.
Like
oh,
who's going to get the bye and everything else. But I mean, just as far as the Eagles are concerned, some of the decisions were suspect, suspect, whatever you want to say. But they keep finding ways.
All right, we have to get into the Giants.
Of course.
I mean, we have to. So we sat here yesterday. By the way, Raymond is yelling in my ear. He needs to apologize to Robin right off the bat. Right off the bat, he needs to apologize to Robin.
I was going to. I thought about it a lot yesterday. I felt bad about it. Got a little snappy. She didn't deserve that.
And she was right.
She was right. My thought process was probably a little bit flawed when I got a little snappy. It was like, why would you mess with it? Of the one, like this, I mean, how many things have gone well for the Giants this season?
Not a lot.
Not a lot, right? I mean, it's the quarterback. So, I mean, I guess it's the scar tissue that's been built up as a Jets fan, like watching what happened to my team last year when they fired Saleh. And I don't think Saleh was a good coach either. But, I mean, the second Ulbrich took over, the wheels completely fell off on the defensive side of the ball. Defense was awful once Saleh got fired. And that's because Ulbrich was put in a position where he now had to be the head coach. And maybe he wanted to put some of his spin on the defense or whatever it was, but it didn't work out for them. So why would you risk that with Jackson Dart? And then the more I thought about it, and Robin, if you're listening or watching, I'm very, very sorry. Please call so I can apologize to you personally. Is that I guess, I mean, it's the perfect opportunity to see if Kafka can be the guy moving forward. So why not take advantage of it? I mean, he's been a strong head coaching candidate. Right?
Well, yeah, he's been a finalist for a couple of jobs. So let's see what he has.
Yeah,
I mean, let's see if he's able to. Apparently, the way they lost another double-digit collapse in the fourth quarter, that coupled with the fact that they finally got the quarterback hurt was just the straw that broke the camel's back, and that was it.
I know, but I keep hearing that. Who calls the plays?
Kafka.
Okay, so who's going to call the plays?
Kafka.
So how's it going to change?
Well,
then?
but you don't. Maybe he's calling the plays under the direction of Brian Daboll, telling him, "I want you to do everything with this kid. I don't care if you hold back." But I mean, isn't Kafka now going to be doing the same thing because he's trying to get the head coaching job, or is it like strict orders? Hey, let's pull this back a little bit and let's not run him as much. It has to be. You have to have orders of you have to bring this back a little bit. You have to rein it in because we can't have the one thing that you have really. Right now, healthy, the one piece that you have, Andrew Thomas too, he's wonderful, but the one piece that you have that you look at and you say, that's good, that's going to be good moving forward, and it gives us reason for excitement, is the quarterback. You can't mess with the quarterback. We know he's great, Rick. And I get all these emails yesterday, pump the brakes, we don't know. I don't care what you say. I've watched him for 7 games. He is terrific. Terrific, okay? And I think you feel the same exact way. He is the answer. He is terrific. I know he's at that level. I don't need to push him where I'm not going to see him. The only thing that makes me even want to watch the Giants now is the quarterback. Keep him healthy. Keep him upright for the rest of the season.
Well, I mean, for those people that emailed you, I mean, let's really break this thing down. I mean, the reason why Brian Daboll is fired right now is because the expectations for the season changed once you realized how good Jackson Dart was, even with no Malik Neighbors and now no Cam Scatterbo and not a lot of offensive talent around him. If Jackson Dart wasn't as good as Jackson Dart is, you wouldn't have had the opportunity to blow a lead against Denver, right?
He's been great.
Or to have a chance to win that game against the Bears. And he's doing it with pretty much nothing around him. Now, Slate made a nice play in that game, but, I mean, it's just when you look at the 32 teams in the NFL, like, I mean, offensively, where would the Giants stack up? Bottom of the league.
If you
now,
took the quarterback out of the equation?
I think, the pieces around the quarterback.
Oh, my God. Thomas, I mean, the offensive line is subpar still, and the receiving core, led by Wan'Dale Robinson and Theo Johnston, is subpar, and the running backs at best are mediocre. I would say somewhere between 29 and 32.
Yeah, so, I mean, the fact that you're even able to be that competitive in these games. See, I don't understand why, if this was something that was going to happen during the season, and now maybe Jackson Dart being hurt now was the kind of the final nail.
Yeah,
like that was it.
Straw. Yep.
Right, but I mean, most of the stuff that we're talking about isn't necessarily Brian Daboll's side of the ball, right? Like he's in charge of all of it, but why not make a change on the defensive side? Like,
yeah, I don't know how Shane Bowen is still a defensive.
Well, but I'm saying like Brian Daboll. Like, I mean, we want to sit here and say that he's so desperate to save his job that he's willing to sacrifice the health of his quarterback. Like, why not? What kind of relationship does he have with Shane Bowen that in order to save my job, I wouldn't move off of him, especially what happened after Denver. I got Brian Burns complaining about only rushing 3. It's like, okay, like I'm fighting for my job here. Maybe we should change something on that side.
I don't have the answer for you, man. I don't. Maybe his thought process is, I've already had it out with Wink. It didn't end well there. I was mocked.
Well,
and
what's the
ridiculed
worst
and
that's going to happen, though?
What?
But what's? I mean, this is the worst thing that could have happened.
Yeah, no, listen, I don't disagree with you. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. I mean, the defense has been a disaster. Again, fourth quarter, they have nothing. They don't get to the quarterback. They allow guys to make plays. They can't contain the quarterback, all of it. The thing, and I think this is the thing, because we knew, whether it was week 10 or 15 or at the end of the season, we knew this was going to happen. The thing to me, which is the story, which I cannot get over, and I think is going to be a big conversation today at 800-919-3776, how in the world is a GM that is this bad, that has struggled this much, that you can go through his drafts. Draft from a couple of years ago, non-existent, right? Look at the lack of depth on this team. Look at how they've missed in the 5th, 6th, 7th. Look how they screwed up Saquon. Look at all the missteps. And he is leading everything here. He is leading the charge of the next coach and putting this franchise into a position to win. I don't understand it. It makes no sense. My goal was lose out because then he's going to be gone. And the Giants come out with a statement yesterday. No. Don't worry. He's safe. It's unbelievable to me.
Well, I mean, how much of an appetite do you have for real change?
Me?
And clearly, well, not you. I know them. I know your appetite. You want everyone gone. I get it.
Well, but I think almost every Giants fan can't believe this is the decision they made.
Right, but I mean, I think at the end of the day, if Joe Schoen hires a coach that you love, whoever it is, like I'm reading an article this morning about if Pittsburgh moved off of Mike Tomlin, how that would be the perfect marriage, or if Cleveland moves off of Stefanski, like whoever the name is, if that name gets you excited, you're not going to really care that Joe Schoen's still the GM.
I will care less.
Yeah, you'll care less.
Still
and then
care.
But then if Jackson Dart continues to play well, because I'm with you. Like, I mean, if we go back to when this whole thing started and you start weighing head to head, who's done more positive things for the organization, Brian Daboll or Joe Schoen? I would say that Brian Daboll, as much as everyone hates him now, has done more positives than Joe Schoen. And I'm not talking about what he's done behind the scenes with the scouting and everything else, because that seems to be a big part of this, is they don't want to, they're in the process of bringing that all up to date, and they don't want to, all of a sudden make a change in that, in that area, which I think is ridiculous. But, Brian Daboll took, we'll call it Dave Gettleman's players, or whoever's players you want to call it. It wasn't Joe Schoen's players yet, and won a road playoff game and was coach of the year.
Right.
Brian Daboll was also the one, and Joe Schoen went out of his way to make sure everyone knew this. Jackson Dart's Brian Daboll's guy. Well, guess what? Brian Daboll was right. So those two things alone, compared to what Joe Schoen has done, I would say have been more positive for the Giants organization than what Joe Schoen has done in the entirety of the 4 years.
I would agree. I mean, look at the drafts. The drafts, for the most part, I mean, anybody. I mean, Gettleman, who was terrible, hit on some draft picks. Anybody's going to hit on some draft picks. This idea that's like, oh, you picked fifth, you landed Malik Neighbors. I mean, of course you should hit on that pick. He also, by the way, I don't even know. There's a lot of rumblings. He liked Rome Odunze more. Whatever. They took Neighbors. I give him credit for that. But I don't understand how at 20, 40, and 1, being 11 and 33 in your last 44 games, how he could be the guy leading the search. It feels so broken. It feels so Jets-like. It feels like we're going to be here in 2 years, and then they're going to clean house with both of these guys and start fresh again. I would love. I know he won't. I would love to get Mr. Mara on the show, on the phone, and say, why? Why? How could you do this when the guy has given you maybe a reason for him? I don't see any reason. Here's what I think. He must like him. Personally, he must really, really like him and think he's good at his job. I just don't see it. And I would love for someone to explain it to me how this guy deserves to run point on the next search.
I think he must have him convinced that there's plenty of talent here to win. I mean, why else would you fire the head coach?
But here's the thing. Losing Paulson Adebo should not send the season into a spiral.
No.
He's fine. He's fine. But you have no depth on this team. None.
Well, that's what happens when you miss on Deonte Banks.
Okay. But is that Brian Daboll's fault?
No, I'm with you, man. Again, I'm fighting this battle for just to fight it, I guess, because I'm with you. I would have fired both of them at the end of last season. It has to be the stuff that's happening behind the scenes. It can't be. It can't be, his hit rate in the draft or the amount of depth that he's put on the field for the Giants. It can't be that. It has to be all the other stuff that we don't see, that the ownership likes, and then just the idea of like going through that again. Changing a coaching staff is not great, but it's much more doable than changing a whole front office. And they've been so behind the times with Dave Gettleman talking about, hey, we got a computer, we got computer folk. And all that.
We're 4 years removed from being excited that we have a computer.
Right. So, that's one of the things that he's done, and I guess that John Mara really really likes the process that they have and how they brought this thing all up to date, that he doesn't want to.
But no one else could do this? Like, you think the Giants are the only team with computers now? You think the Giants are the only team that looks at things analytically now? Like, come on.
No, I think it's similar to, no, not the same, because the Giants have not recently had the same kind of success that the Yankees have had. I think the idea, like the whole Cashman thing, every Yankees fan would like to see Brian Cashman fired. Almost everyone. As good as he's been, it's like, okay, time for a change, new philosophy and everything else. And that's for a lot of owners, that's a big undertaking, especially for John Mara, who's now in this cycle of, hiring and firing guys. And he wants stability, which is understandable. I think every franchise wants stability and continuity and everything else. But, now you're going to get yourself in a position where, like, the timelines don't match now either. So what are you doing when you bring this new coach in? First of all, I don't know if the position is nearly as attractive when you're tying that new coach to a GM already. Right?
It's interesting you would say that, because there's some sound that we're going to play in a little bit, and there's a tweet that I was looking at that I wanted to read to you. Connor, where is this now? Go ahead. You go ahead.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these times, like when you're trying to attract the guy, we're trying to get Aaron Glenn with the Jets, right? It's like Aaron Glenn got hired first, and then he's part of the conversations with whoever the new GM is going to be, right? Like, we prioritized head coach first, and then we'll bring the GM with the head coach. So now you're going to have the GM who, clearly has a good relationship with ownership. Otherwise, why else would you keep him? And now he's going to lead the search. So is he now tied to the head coach? So
I would think so.
Right. So how many years is the head coach getting? I got to imagine they're going to give him 2, 3. If it's whoever it is, maybe it's
if this team is not in the playoffs in 3 years, something is horribly off rails. So
yes.
Connor Hughes, SNY, right? The Giants' job is desirable. That's not team-pushed agenda talk. I reached out to an offensive coach on a contending team. He'll have plenty of suitors curious where New York would fit for him. Quote, Dart, neighbors with our bleeping scheme, bleep yeah. I would absolutely want that job. So it is an attractive job.
Well, yeah, listen, I'm not saying it's not an attractive job. My only pushback was like, it's just an attractive job because it's the Giants. He just said for the reasons why I would want to take the job, because Jackson Dart looks like he's a stud, and Malik Neighbors is ridiculously talented. Is a stud. So, and I got Andrew Thomas at left tackle. So, those are all positive things. I'm just saying, usually, for a lot of these guys that you would like, the Jim Harbaughs of the world or someone like that, then I don't think that's available. We'll see what happens, at the end of the season, who gets fired and who stays. But, a lot of those guys want to have, they want
to have some say as far as who the GM is going to be.
Exactly right. But for them, for the Giants, it's, Joe Schoen, in the opinion of ownership, has done a good enough job to stay. Which,
well, you know what? God bless him.
Surprises me.
I don't see, and I'm surprised that the final 7 games don't have any bearing on his job. But they come out with a big vote of confidence, and I guess he's going to be here and he's going to lead the search. And it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. I had to go for a walk yesterday. It's freezing. It's raining. I took one of the dogs. I was like, let's go. I went for a walk. I needed to clear my thoughts. And as I was on this walk, it was before they announced that Shane was going to be back. And I'm listening to the K show, and he's like, Shane is going to be back. I'm like, what does he know? How does he know this? And then I saw the tweet that said, no, fully in on Joe Shane. He'll be back. And I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. It feels so, and I hate to say this because it's mean, so Jets-like, of you're making a decision based on what you're seeing and what no one else is really seeing. So here we go again.
Well, I don't know how many times I have to tell you this, but you kind of are the Jets now.
Mm-hmm.
The scary part of this is that there's no track record now with your owner and making smart decisions at either spots, GM or coach.
No. They couldn't get Tom Coughlin out of here quickly enough. They for years, not only when they finally moved on from him, from years before that. Oh, we got to move on from him. We got to get rid of him. We're winning only 8 games. We're 9-7. We deserve better. This is a talented team. You couldn't move on quickly enough from him. Since you got rid of him, you've been a train wreck of an organization. You've been to the playoffs once in 15 years, and that last Super Bowl feels like it's 40 years ago. You're in a very dark period. I'd say the darkest period, but we've lived through this before. The only thing that gives me any solace and any excitement right now is that I feel like they have the quarterback, which is a huge piece to the puzzle. But other than that, we're back to square one again.
I mean, since you fired Tom Coughlin, you have the second worst record in the NFL.
Yeah, I heard the number. It was like 54-103 or something?
53-104-1. Yeah, it's not good.
It's incredible.
Well, but see that, I mean, again, I'm with you. I've been with you since last year when we both thought they should have been fired, clean house and everything else. But, I mean, I said to you this a couple weeks ago. Silver lining in this, in the pain that you're going through right now, is that the coach who you wanted fired, who's now fired, did pound the table for Jackson Dart. Yeah. So you got that.
His lasting moment is that he leaves you with the quarterback that you think is really, really good. Now they got to figure out how to use him more properly. But yes, you love him.
What scares me, though, and you just said it, the reports at draft time when they drafted Malik Neighbors was that the GM liked Adunze and the head coach liked Malik Neighbors.
Right. And they tried to trade up for Cam Ward, by the way.
Right, but then you fast forward to this year's draft when you drafted Jackson Dart. It's like the GM couldn't help but tell everyone, "Hey, listen, I'm getting Brian Daboll's guy." Well, who was your guy then? You needed a quarterback, so who was your guy? I want to know who your guy was.
They tried to move up, and the Titans were like, no way. So you benefited from that solely out of good fortune, solely out of the fact that the Titans were like, no, there is no way you are touching the number 1 pick. You can't do it. Could you imagine where they'd be right now? You'd have Cam Ward, who's I mean, maybe he'll be great. I don't know. At the moment, he's not Jackson Dart. I think we can agree with that. So you'd have Cam Ward. You wouldn't have Abdul Carter, who I know has not been statistically great, but it looks like he's going to be a pretty good player in this league. And you probably wouldn't have this coming season's number 1 draft pick. Right? Could you imagine that?
No, I could not imagine that. I mean, the only reason why you have a smile on your face right now is because you have Jackson Dart. That's it.
That's it. Sometimes you can't help, but to laugh at this whole thing. And that's kind of where I am right now.
I guess my other big problem with this is we've come to a point now where it's so easy to fire, just to blame the coach for everything that goes wrong. And it's the easy thing to just fire the coach. Hey, new coach will fix it. It's like, yeah, I know the coach takes responsibility for, the results. At the end of the day, the losses are on Brian Daboll's record, right? Like he'll take the L's. But going back to some of these games and some of the leads that are blown, I know you're rushing 3 and dropping 8 and everything else, but at the end of the day, this Bears game, how many opportunities did you have to sack Caleb Williams?
Probably 8.
And you couldn't do it. There's
once.
just at some point you have to go out there and do what you're supposed to do. You have to go execute. Like the Broncos game. Hey, Drew Phillips, get your head around, man. Turn around, find the ball. There are so many, there are things that happen that it's okay, we'll just blame the coach. Well, I mean, the players also have to do their part in this too.
Sure they do. But you can't get rid of the players. You can't get rid of all the players at one time. You can't.
No, I know, but it's a lot of this has to be on the players. And you talked about the depth and maybe just not as much talent as as you should have after 4 years of the same regime. And it's well, that's Joe Schoen. Well, guess what? Joe Schoen's staying.
That's right. And that's why, to me, I feel kind of half pregnant this morning. Yeah, I'm excited they moved on, but I knew they were going to move on from the coach. That wasn't the one that I was questioning. The one I was questioning, which is why I was rooting against them, was because I wanted the GM gone. And now the GM's going to stay. So now that effort is futile for the final 7 weeks of the season. So I don't know. I feel kind of despondent this morning. But I'm interested to hear how the Giants fans feel. 800-919-3776. We got CMT. We're reaching out. I know Raanan has been on a lot of other shows, but I'd like him on this show. So we're reaching out to Jordan. I texted with him a bunch yesterday. He gave me a list of names. Who are the names? Who are the guys? Does it have to be a guy that has experience? Does it have to be a guy that's an offensive mind? You tell me. 800-919-3776. We have a lot going on. It's DNR on a very busy, cold, by the way, Tuesday on ESPN New York.
It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back.
I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino, nicknamed The Closer, continuing D'Agostino and Associates' legacy of helping the injured for over 35 years. My father, John D'Agostino, built this injury firm to help accident victims.
This is John D'Agostino, and this is a family firm. For us, it's about doing what's right and making sure somebody pays for your pain. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-BITE-BACK.
They call me The Closer because big or small, in court or out, I'm fighting to get the job done, to win, to get you every dollar you deserve.
D'Agostino and Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there and I'll be there for you. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Score or win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
On the golf tee, it's Skechers World Champions Cup. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. It's PGA Champions Tour golfers from all over the world. Team USA versus Team Europe versus Team International. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. The competition will be tense, but feet will be comfy. Tune in to Skechers World Champions Cup. Final round of golf on Sunday, December 7th on ABC, 1 to 5 p.m.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips, get personalized parlays built just for you, and with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
All right, bye-bye. I think most people are very excited that Brian Daboll is gone and don't really understand how Joe Schoen is still here. 800-919-3776. So you want to hear from the people or you want to hear from some sound?
I think today's a day of the people, probably.
Day of the people? I mean, Orlovsky says he doesn't understand why they did it now. Did you hear that?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear that before, because I'm sure
Okay, so why don't we hear Orlovsky, and then we'll get to our friends on the phones, 800-919-3776. Here's Dan Orlovsky. Of course, we know him. He's here at ESPN. NFL analyst says, firing Daboll right now? That's a mistake.
I'm of the belief this is a mistake by the New York Giants. It was clear that the quarterback and head coach had something going together, at least this production, performance, and hope. The fourth quarter leads are obviously something that you're sitting there and, killing yourself over. This team lost its best player. And then they lost probably their second or third best, certainly offensive weapon in Scadaboo. The fact that they had built these leads should warrant something. And the reality is this defense that's got a gajillion dollars or early draft picks had 10-point fourth quarter leads 4 different times this year, and they couldn't find ways to secure the lead either. And so as much as we want to sit there and say Daboll didn't get it done, a lot of the high-priced defensive talent didn't get it done as well. I think that Brian Daboll and Jackson Dart should have stayed together for at least another year.
Oh, God. So he's of that mind? So I thought he just wanted them to stay together for the end of the year and then move on. He wanted to stay together? No, I don't understand that at all.
Well, I mean, listen, he played quarterback in the NFL.
Okay.
So I think he recognizes what that relationship is. I think there's a lot of people on the other side of that think that Jackson Dart is so good that it's not going to matter, or that Brian Daboll wasn't good and Jackson Dart will benefit from someone that is. Like as good as Jackson Dart looks now, that maybe his ceiling will be higher with a different head coach.
So, RJ, let me ask you a question. I'm actually not being a jerk, although you might think I am. The Steve Young sound says Daboll was not a gifted offensive mind? So he goes after Daboll? Is that accurate?
It's not as vitriolic as you're making it sound, but yeah, if you listen to it, by the end, it'll catch your attention.
Okay, so I just want to make sure that it was had the appropriate phraseology. So here's Steve Young saying Daboll was not a gifted offensive mind from the K Show.
To me, when Brian Daboll came on, the Giants were a mess. They'd lost their way, I think, organizationally, who they were, their identity, the things that made the Giants, kept them have a sense of purpose and clarity. And I mean, the Giants were a mess. And so he came in, and what I thought he was good at was to kind of take a team that was 2-8, which we are now, and put some more rigor and function and discipline, and think that right away that happened. But I never felt like he was an innovative mind that could compete at the highest level with Kyle and Sean McVay and Sean Payton and Andy Reid and the guys that are sitting in the Super Bowl every year.
I find that very interesting.
Yeah, but who is, though?
Well, he just rattled off 4.
I know, but you're talking about, Sean McVay is considered maybe, Andy Reid, Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan are the best in the NFL.
Okay, well, isn't that what you'd like?
Yeah, but how many of those really exist? Every team would like that.
Well, if you went through the league, I'm sure you can find plenty of guys they're very good, better than this.
Maybe better than this, but not that level.
No, there's probably a class of, I don't know. Like we always rank the quarterbacks. If you rank the coaches,
right? But that's like saying, that's like saying that we're all looking for a quarterback that's like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson.
Well, that's what everyone is looking for.
Well, I know, but those, how many of those exist? That's kind of an unfair expectation. Like, oh, hey, he's not as good as these guys. Well, how many people are as good as those guys?
Yeah, but are you close to that? Are you? Really?
I don't know if you're close to it or not. The results would say right. The results would say no. But to Dan Orlovsky's point, look what the quarterback is doing right now, and we want to for whatever reason we want to give Brian Daboll no credit at all for that.
No, he should take some credit. But overall, the team stinks again, and they should be 6-4 right now. They should be.
I know they should be, but is that the offense or the defense?
But he's the head coach.
I know, but why does Shane Bowen have his job still?
Well, listen, I can't answer to that.
Look at how much money he's not wrong either. Look at the amount of money in draft picks that are invested in the defense.
The defense, I think, is the highest or second highest paid defense in the NFL.
Okay, so then that's a Joe Schoen problem.
But I'm not arguing that. I can't believe Joe Schoen is back in to make this decision all over again.
The only good thing you have going for you right now is the quarterback.
That's right. I have a quarterback that I'm thrilled about. I have a left tackle that is awesome. And then I have a couple pieces defensively that should be really good that for some reason, outside of Brian Burns, don't really live up to expectation. That's where we are.
And you're doing all of this without Malik Neighbors.
Yep.
And Cam Scadaboo.
In my estimation, it shouldn't be, why was it Daboll? In my estimation, the question is, why was it only Daboll?
Well, I'll tell you why it was only Daboll, because they want to give Mike Kafka a chance to
that's fine.
To prove that he can.
That's fine. Kafka can get his 7-week run, and if he's great, then he stays. I get that. But
is that what you want, though?
Nah, I don't think you have to worry about that. Can you imagine? You think they can go 5-2 down the stretch?
No, I don't. I don't know what they're going to go, but if you're the mindset, we get the best of both here, is where we get rid of Daboll, and then we keep continuity. And Kafka looks like he's competent. I don't know.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm not saying that's the way that I would go.
What would they have to do to keep him?
Well, again, now we're going about now it's about wins and losses. Before it was like, we expected this team to maybe win 3 games with how hard their schedule was. You're breaking a rookie quarterback, and as long as the rookie quarterback flashed, there's a chance that Brian Daboll comes back. But because the rookie quarterback has done more than flashed and looks like he's a stud, now all of a sudden it's about wins, and people are getting fired.
Well, because you're blowing games. Because you're blowing games at a proportion that you've almost never seen before. Like 1 in 60,000 to blow all 3 of these games the way you blew them. Yes, that has to be.
No,
he has
I
to take
know.
some
I
of the
know,
blame.
but I don't. If you were going to make a change during the season, which I think we all thought was probably not going to happen because it's not something the Giants want to do, is make a change during the season. Why wouldn't your first change be? And I'm going back to like maybe after the Denver game.
Shane Bowen, I agree.
Right, and then see how it looks. Maybe we're not blowing fourth quarter leads. Maybe the defense
I can't
looks
answer
different.
that for you. I have no idea. What I
Like,
can
I would-
answer is the fact that they are sticking at the moment. I mean, Bowen's not going to be here. We know that.
No, I know,
Kafka-
but I don't want to. I would not want to do anything to jeopardize the quarterback right now. So unless you think that the only reason the quarterback keeps getting hurt is because of Brian Daboll,
I think that the ownership
who's
thinks
not
that.
right, but he's not calling the plays though.
Well, maybe he's telling Kafka this is what I want.
Okay, and now I'll go back to this. Whose fault is that? That the coach is jeopardizing the quarterback's health to save his job. Whose fault is that?
Well, it's kind of the organization's fault.
That's what I mean. Like if that was a real concern, well then don't have a guy come into the season that's fighting for his job then.
I agree. The only reason that you're pleased that Daboll was still here until yesterday is that he got you Jackson Dart. Otherwise, there was no reason for him to come back in the first place.
And Jackson Dart was playing awesome.
Awesome. But he got hurt. He's been in the blue tent 4 times, Rick.
Listen, I know, but why is that going to change? Unless the mandate is don't, like to Kafka, don't do this.
It's going to be.
He's calling the plays.
It has to be.
Oh,
It has
okay,
to
but
be.
I mean, how does that give Kafka a fair shot at proving that he can be the head coach? If I can't use the
whoever's going to be
quarterback,
the head coach can't run this kid like he's Seabiscuit. You need to be more.
the kid's
going to
run
with him.
right? But the kid's going to run.
Well, yeah,
And that's what makes him him.
You're the coach. You're Kafka.
Did it stop Dan
Tiffin,
Quinn?
Whoever you are, it has to be. We need to live to see another day. You
Right,
cannot put yourself in peril continuously.
Yeah, but if the kid doesn't want to listen, and
Well,
the kid
he
just
has to
competes-
listen.
Well, did Jaden Daniels listen?
That was a
they were
weird play,
and they were in the NFC Championship game.
and
when you
now he
have
can't make it through a season.
When you have an athletic quarterback, this is the risk that you're going to run.
I understand
Especially
that, but
one
you
that
need to
competes.
protect the kid from himself.
Yeah, but you can't. I mean, but we're sitting here talking about winning football games, right? That's what we're talking about. That's
Right.
why Brian Daboll got fired, right? Because we're talking about winning football games. So I don't care who the next head coach is. The mandate on him will be win football games. So now I'm going to limit my opportunity to win football games by living
you have
to
to
play.
be smart, yeah. Yeah, if
I
it
think
means that
that's
you can't allow the
unrealistic.
kid to run like a crazy man, you're running out of bounds and you're at the sideline. No, you don't. You don't put your head into the defender.
I think it's
You run
unrealistic.
out of bounds.
I think it's unrealistic. I think it's just I think there's a level like
I don't think it's unrealistic. I think
I
a
think it's
good head
unrealistic. I
coach
think
can
that-
make him not do that.
Do you think that Jim Harbaugh is a good head coach?
I think Jim Harbaugh is a good head
Or
coach.
does Justin Herbert take a beating?
Yeah, but it's not like Justin Herbert is running downfield attacking guys.
Justin Herbert gets hit more than Jackson Dart gets hit.
But not because he's doing it on his own.
Does Drake May take huge hits? Does Drake May slide all the time? No, he takes a beating.
They're way better at this than Jackson Dart.
What year are they in?
2 and I don't know 7.
All right, but so is it they learn as they get older, or it's the coaches are going out of the way to protect?
I don't know. All I know is the coach.
I think
do they run quarterback sweeps for Justin Herbert?
I don't think that Justin Herbert runs the way that Jackson Dart runs.
I mean, you're sitting here telling me a good head coach can't tell him you're not allowed to do that. You
Yeah,
can.
You can tell whatever you can say, whatever you want to say to him.
A
If he
good head
does it-
coach will make him stop doing that to the extent he does it.
Okay, I think you're off base with that.
I don't think so.
I think you are. I think that the kid's going to play how the kid plays until he realizes that he can't do it, and then he starts doing it on his own.
No,
okay, what the
head
coach is going
has
to tell him.
demand that you're not allowed to do that. I'm in control here. It's my team.
Okay.
I am looking out for your best interest, and you're not allowed to do that.
Things usually work like that.
A good head coach, it does.
No,
Of course it does.
RJ, please, could you step in because I'm going to start getting frustrated. Is it that simple? Good head coach just says, "Hey, just don't do this," and the guy's just not going to do it.
I'm not saying it's just that simple, but a
You
good
just
head
told me
coach
that.
knocks that out of him.
Listen. Well, two things. One, I think Rick is coming from a place where, if I'm reading this correctly, I mean, somebody may have said that to Rick, or somebody Rick played with at one point. And two, he's probably not a war general where he can just walk into a meeting and give orders. But, Dave, I think we as fans want to believe that's how it goes down. Like, Kyle Shanahan can go to Brock Purdy and say, hey, bud, we're not doing this anymore. And that's how it goes. I don't know if that's how it goes. Rick has been in locker rooms. I guess he has evidence that it probably doesn't.
Okay. Well, I think you think Bill Parcells knocks that out of his quarterback? I would say probably so.
Bill Parcells, yes. But how many Bill Parcells? You told me last week that Bill Parcells is the best coach,
right,
pound for pound you've ever seen.
But I think Andy Reid tells Patrick Mahomes we're not doing that. It changes.
Right. So how do you get your hands?
Does it?
It doesn't change. And
I don't think that's true.
Right, it's not true. And you've just seen Patrick Mahomes. He get lucky that isn't good. How many times have you seen Patrick Mahomes on the sideline, tiptoe the sideline, and then try to take and then
there's
take a
stuff
big
they
hit?
won't do with him anymore. They won't run quarterback sneaks with him anymore.
Well, sure, but even if that is true, though, how do you get your hands on an Andy Reid? Hard to do.
That's the goal, no?
Well, it's hard to do, but yes.
Of course it is. I mean, listen, if you hire another Brian Daboll who's desperate for wins, and that's the be-all, end-all, then you probably have more of this. If you hire the head coach that is comfortable with himself and understands that the best way to win is to keep this guy on the field, then you'll probably have some of what I'm talking about.
Yes, but I think even a new coach has to put the pelts on the wall. Like Ben Johnson. Remember when we were talking about over the summer, Caleb Williams like throwing balls into a kicking net or whatever it is he was doing? Like, there's going to be a frustration factor because you're probably bringing in a new coach who has to take the time to put the pelts on the wall for the quarterback to listen. Because how close was Jackson? How close was Dart with Daboll? Was that like a media fabricated thing, or was that really his best buddy?
I think he needed him to be his best buddy.
Where did the best buddy thing even come from? I'm not even sure.
I think that's a Daboll-led thing. Instead of being his coach, I mean, you can't always be the buddy. Sometimes you have to be the parent, and that's what Daboll was not able to do.
I took it more as Daboll just knowing, and we've talked about this several times, that Daboll knowing that was his meal ticket to keeping the job and doing everything he could to make that a reality,
and didn't care at all about the health of this kid.
I don't know that was reciprocated. I don't think that went both ways.
Well, I think you're probably right.
What?
That Dart liked Daboll but wasn't gaga over Daboll the way Daboll was over Dart.
I think that Jackson Dart just wants to win.
I agree with that.
I think that Jackson Dart I think that he's probably really close with Brian Daboll, but at the end of the day, it's not his decision.
Of course it's not.
So
someone
we
was
weren't
asking
good
me,
enough?
you think they asked Dart? No. I don't think they asked Dart. Are you okay if we move on from Brian Daboll?
I think that his development was a big piece of this.
I agree with that. And I think another good head coach or good head coach when you bring in coupled with an offensive mind will keep this kid right on track. I think he falls off at all.
Well, no. I mean, I think the kid's probably smart enough, but I think all that I'm hoping all of that was taken into account when you made the decision.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. The calls are all lined up. I want to talk to you guys. 800-919-3776. You see what today's going to be. A lot of Giants, a lot of excitement, a lot of anger, a lot of feistiness. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
He's coming. Here he goes. Surprise! Your table saw broke. Also, the warranty expired weeks ago, so you need to pay for a new one out of pocket.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Oh, and the replacement part you ordered doesn't fit, so it's completely useless. What a waste.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Plus, a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments, or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
This holiday season, Target has your back with irresistibly cool gifts for everyone on your list. For the trendsetter, start with affordable beauty kits and gift sets. Need something the whole fam will love? Grab snuggly matching fits in every size and style. And for the thrill seekers, don't forget the hottest toys and tech of the season. Target's got you covered with the best deals for endless fun. Shop in store or online. And step into the holidays with Target. Restrictions apply.
NBA fans, the race for the Emirates NBA Cup is on.
Let the games begin.
30 teams will start, but only 8 will advance.
Oh, he puts it in!
And only one champion will capture the cup.
Let's go!
To finish first, they'll have to put the pedal to the metal. Who will capture the cup? Well, let's see what happens on the court.
Basketball is back!
Emirates NBA Cup Group Play continues every Friday on Prime.
All right, DNR review, ESPN New York. So RJ's reached out to Raanan, no response back. I'm jumping in here. I'm going to text Jordan as well. See who.
Well, he might be sleeping. I mean, it's
that's what I said to RJ. He goes, no, he's up by now.
Well, he's usually this is the time he's with his kids. And by the way, Dave is just unhinged today.
I'm not unhinged at all.
Because I said, well, is there any concern? Maybe he doesn't like us. And Dave's response was, I think he hates you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have that concern at all. I'm good friends with him.
Yeah, but
so why would I have a concern? He doesn't like me. I think if anything, he maybe doesn't like you.
Listen, I know you're in a dark place right now.
I mean, you know what, RJ,
he got his wish. Coach got fired.
Like. Yeah, but that's not what I wanted.
He's a Sabres fan. Yes, he knows exactly what it's like. He's already talking to me during the break.
The Sabres are like the ugly stepsister compared to the Niners. That's his true love. The Yankees, that's his true love.
He loves the Sabres, man.
He's
a big hockey fan.
My friend becomes first baseman of the Yankee, first base coach of the Yankees, and I send it to you guys, and I don't get anything. Even Ray, who has met him, nothing.
He gave it a nice like. Thumbs up.
Please.
Now, why is it when you get involved in the group chat that we're supposed to have immediate responses? That when we're going back and forth,
Wasn't immediate,
and you take yourself out of it.
I got to tell you, You want immediate gratification? Get him on the show.
Yeah, let's get him on right now.
Not right now, but on the show.
I don't know if today's the best day, Ray.
Let's go. Let's see how strong that friendship is. Maybe he can.
I can get him on the show.
He was a friend of Dave. He should be able to.
To what?
Break down the quarterback position.
Oh, he's a big Giants fan. Big Rangers fan, too.
I don't need any Rangers fans on the show today.
Why? Because Rangers scored some goals at home last night.
Finally scored at home.
Islanders with a nice win, too, last night.
Yeah, it looked like we were going to blow it, but we got it done.
Well, good for you. Can I tell you about something before we get to the calls?
Only if it's Bathfitter.
Well, you know what? You're in luck, my friend. I want to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. Now, Bathfitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution. That's a watertight fit. All right, that's for starters. There's no money down, so if you don't have money right now, you're fine. There's no payments, and there's no interest for 18 months. You have a baby. You have 2 babies in that time, right? So that is no interest until April of 2027, and you can check out Bathfitter's Permanent Fit solution. It's durable. It's easy to clean. There's no demolition. There's no mess. Take advantage of the biggest sale of the year. Right now, you can save up to a lot of money. $800 on a complete Bathfitter system. See their website or call for details, however you like to say it, on this Black Friday savings. You can trust the Bathfitter team just like I did. So here's what you do. You start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. That's how we did it, because there's only one Bathfitter. And it's just that simple. All right, 800-919-3776. Let's go right down the line here. Start with our guy Marv in the Bronx. Marv, good morning. Lead us off on ESPN New York.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Dave, and good morning, Rick. You're the only guys I will wake up on Veterans Day this early. I did it for 26 years to speak to. And I would shout out to my fellow veterans and everybody that's ever served. But here's the thing. The firing of the Giants coach, wrong time. Should have waited to the end of the season. And I understand where you're coming from, Dave, because when I first saw Jackson Dart, I said, hey, I told my wife, this is the future right here.
Yep.
But there were also some incidents. I'm still getting over the Denver game. It took me. I'm still when he threw that interception and Denver started coming back, I started getting a dark feeling and a down feeling. I said, this is going to be another one of those seasons. But like you said, man, hey, let's see what's going to happen. I think they should have waited to the end of the season, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to wish you guys the best, and I love you guys, and just because you don't hear from me, you're the best out there.
Well, thanks, Marvin. We certainly appreciate you every day, and even more so on Veterans Day. But so what? So you moved on from him now. Like, let's wait to the end of the season. What's the difference? If you want to see what Kafka's able to do, then you have to try to see what he's able to do now. He's not going to give him next season.
Well, no, I think that's the biggest piece of this, and that's probably what I didn't take into account yesterday when I got a little snappy. Is that, they must believe that he's a real candidate, and they want to give him an opportunity.
Well, he's a smart offensive mind, and he's been coveted around the league, right? Like he's going to be a head coach at some point.
It feels like it, yeah. So, if there's the real thought that he has a chance to get this job, and you can continue with some level of continuity with Jackson Dart, right? Like he's the one calling the plays. He's the one in Jackson Dart's ear. So, if during the course of the season here, as we finish off, he shows enough to believe that he could be the guy, then, I guess then it'll make it worth it. But, at the very least, listen, Brian Daboll was going to be fired. So
right. Whether it was yesterday or 3 weeks from now or at the end of the season, he was gone.
Right. So if we got a guy in-house that we think has the ability to be a head coach, why not give him a chance now?
Right, because otherwise you couldn't.
Right, you're just a wasted opportunity. It'd be a wasted opportunity.
All right, I'll let you take this one. Robin in Dobbs Ferry. Robin, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Rick, I know you want to apologize, but honestly, it's not necessary. If you want to say it, I accept it. But really, it isn't necessary. We're a family. I love you guys, so it's not an issue, honestly.
Robin, I don't only want to say sorry. I want to say how very sorry I am. And if I had the ability to call you yesterday and apologize, I would have. Family or not, you didn't deserve to be snapped on like that. I apologize.
Well, my husband wants to know what your secret is because he's been trying to get a word in edgewise for years. So
yeah, I think just get louder. I think
that. By the way, that was a nice apology. You're a good apologizer.
It was very nice. About it.
That was it's very good. Good for you.
Here's the thing, though. I think I overreacted in the moment, and I also wasn't taking into account that why wouldn't you give Kafka the opportunity to prove that he can be a head coach? Because you're right. He's at some point going to be a head coach, I think, in this league at some point.
Robin, how do you feel about keeping the GM and not only keeping him for the moment, just doubling down and saying this is our GM because we trust him to run things?
I'm not great. I was with you guys. I'm pretty sure I said it when I spoke with you guys last year. I wanted them both gone last year. We're in this situation because they kept them both. But look, we got Jackson Dart out of this. And I just want to make something very clear. I get no joy out of Brian Daboll losing his job the way he did. I'm sure, Dave, you met him. I'm sure he's a very nice man. But like you, Dave, I was in a dark place. I was actually, instead of walking, I was listening to a lot of the Insiders, the podcast. You know them all. And one of the things that I think, to highlight that kind of made me, I guess, feel better about where we are is that it's coming out that, Rick, you brought up, well, who was calling the plays? And you're right, it was Kafka. But one of the things that's coming out is that the way Daboll treated Kafka was actually worse than Martindale, and that he really had no ability to call anything. Everything schematically really was, was Daboll. He had to have everything approved. So if that's true, again, I don't know if it's true, and look, he's not going to have, it's week 11. He can't blow up the roster. He can't change the defense. You're right. The defense was terrible too, but knowing, I don't think Mr. Mara was going to get rid of him. And if it's true that he wanted to fire him 2 weeks ago, he probably just wanted to fire him all the more. So I think that Kafka will be probably someday a coach in the NFL. This isn't what I want. Personally, the person I'd love to see is not going to get the job, John Gruden, but I think he'd be great. And he actually did an interview with Jackson Dart, and I think that he had great chemistry with him. I think
everybody
Dart's
does. Come on, Robin. Though.
Yeah.
And thanks for the call. We love you, and I'm glad that we've mended the issues here. Everybody has great chemistry with the kid. You've heard the kid. He's eminently likable, and he's terrific. So every coach is going to have a great chemistry with him. I have a lot of concern about what's going on here. That is the last thing I'm worried about right now.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that either. I think as far as Brian Daboll's relationships with the coaches, it doesn't seem like they were great. Obviously not great with Wink. And, I don't know what their relationship is personally, but, going back, through the years with Brian Daboll and just Brian Daboll's calling plays. Then Brian Daboll's not calling plays. Kafka's calling plays. Then Kafka's not very good, so we're going to go with the quarterback coach. It's just been, I can't imagine that that's a great working relationship, but it feels like Brian Daboll has, his personality doesn't necessarily suit what you would want from, the CEO head coach.
No.
Where it's he'll fly off the handle, when he ran into the blue tent. There's not that, I don't know.
There's not that aura. You know what we're talking about with Dart?
Stability.
He has that aura. Dart has an aura of being a quarterback. It doesn't feel like you expect the adult in the room for the most part with that. Like the Harbaughs or there's a lot of guys that you look at, you're like, okay, that's the CEO. That's the leader of this thing.
Well,
and you don't feel like
also
the big moments
about,
they get flustered.
Well, you are talking about, a head coach that has belly bumped Travis Kelce before too. So it's like,
but I'm not saying you can't be fun.
No, I'm not. That wasn't even fun. That was when they almost got a fight on the sideline. That it's an emotional sport. I just don't know. I don't think that Brian Daboll doesn't sound like he has the emotional. I had the word, then I lost it because you started talking. But not stability, but maturity.
I think that's right. I agree with that. All right, let's break. We'll come back, and we got so much to do. So many people to talk to. We'll get Raanan when he wakes up from his slumber. 1-800-919-3776. DNR with you on a CMT as well today, which is nice, right here on ESPN New York.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
All right, let's see what's happening on the roads. And she was out yesterday, but she's back today. And she's Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. On this busy, cold Veterans Day morning, let's see what's happening. Alternate side parking rules are suspended for Veterans Day. Metered rules in effect. They will have the Veterans Day parade, 12:30 this afternoon, 5th Avenue, 20s through the 40s. Taking ride to 46 West at Broad Ave in Ridgefield. It's an overturned garbage truck. Bruckner West at the Hunts Point Drawbridge. It's an accident being cleared. Traffic sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports, coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame, 880 ESPN, New York.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. And that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Why do you go to Princeton Longevity Center?
We go to Princeton Longevity Center because my husband's cardiologist told him having this exam saved his life.
Because somehow 20 turned into 40, and now I need to take my health more seriously. The Princeton Longevity Center designed a program to keep me healthy and active, so 50 and 60 will be no sweat.
Because even though my cholesterol is high, it turned out my arteries are clear. That's a big relief.
Whether you want to make the most of your future years or just want peace of mind, you need the Princeton Longevity Center. Their comprehensive preventive exam combines the latest technology with caring experts to create your personal plan for staying well.
Because I shouldn't have to wait an hour for a 10-minute physical. I go to Princeton Longevity Center because I get everything done in one day and take my results home with me.
Find out why you need Princeton Longevity. Call 888-8000-PLC or go to PrincetonLongevityCenter.com. Call 888-8000-PLC. That's 888-8000-PLC.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, it's Kirk Herbstreit. On game day, great prep makes all the difference. Same goes for your pizza. That's why I go with Frigidaire Stone-Baked Pizza Oven. Fresh pizzas go from dough to done in just 2 minutes.
Whether you're throwing a party or squeezing in dinner between plays, this oven delivers hot, crispy, restaurant-quality pizza right from your kitchen. Only from Frigidaire. Game-ready pizza. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Brian Daboll, who's been dismissed, there's the only one.
It feels so Jets-like.
There's no track record now with your owner and making smart decisions.
No. You've been a train wreck of an organization. You've been to the playoffs once in 15 years. That last Super Bowl feels like it's 40 years ago.
There's still an aura about that franchise. It's the city, it's the Maras, it's the history.
I feel like they have the quarterback, which is a huge piece to the puzzle. But other than that, we're back to square one again.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
All right, the big 7 o'clock hour, CMT coming up in about 45 minutes. The thing that I just can't get over, and yeah, you're excited about moving on from the coach because you think that he stood in the way of wins this year. But do you think the GM did a good job? Like, what I don't understand is how could the decision makers, the Maras and the Tisches, look at this thing and say, you know what, he did a really good job, and he needs to come back, and he needs to lead the search for the next head coach. Explain that to me, please.
I can't explain it to you. I mean, maybe if we get Jordan on, he can explain it. I think it has more to do with what's happening behind the scenes than it does with the actual talent on the field. I mean, look at the amount of money and draft picks that he's sunk into the defense. How's the defense look? Good?
It looks terrible.
Right. It was supposed to be the strength of the team.
The later the game, the more it crumbles.
Right. Which is, I mean, ultimately what costs Brian Daboll his job.
Correct.
I mean, I can't explain it. I'm telling you. I think it must be it's behind the scenes stuff, and it's just not having the appetite to go through a complete overhaul.
I guess. You know how fickle this game is? That he's this close from getting a new contract. Giants beat the Cowboys, beat the Broncos, beat the Bears. You're 5-5 right now.
Yeah.
The way Jackson Dart has looked, you would be singing his praises, and we would be talking about Brian Daboll back for years with the Giants.
It's amazing, though, just listening to the rejoin, and just that they have the quarterback. That's the biggest. Absolutely. Like, I don't care how good a coach you are. If you don't have the quarterback in this league, this version of the league, you can't win. But it's like just how right he was with Jackson Dart, how he handled Jackson Dart. Now, I'm not going to be one of those people because it seems like now we're all just Brian Daboll stinks, so we're not going to give him credit for anything. But like the decision to start him when he started him, right? Like, I mean, a lot of people thought, hey, Jackson Dart, let's relax, right? Like, I mean, you got a plan in place. Let's wait. Let's not rush into this thing. And Brian Daboll is the one like, no, kid's ready. Mm-hmm. Guess what? He was right. The kid's ready. But because the kid has been so good, like we're sitting here talking about games that you lost that you should have won. When like we sat here before the season started and looking at the talent, I mean, it was the 31st ranked offense in the NFL last season, and all you changed was the quarterback and expected it to work. And against Dallas, it worked with Russell Wilson. You still lost that game.
And lost the best receiver you have.
And now, but now on top of that, you lost the best receiver you had. You lost Cam Scatterbo, who was your second best offensive weapon. And still, your quarterback is good enough that you put yourself in position to win these games. So expectations have now changed where we're going to hold Brian Daboll accountable for games he should have won. When before the season we were talking about, look at the schedule, man. I mean, this team's not very good.
Yeah, but when you have 99% chance to win a game and you don't.
No, right. But I mean, that's the quarterback.
Right?
Like, I mean, the goal of the season was find the quarterback. Is Jackson Dart the guy? Jackson Dart is so much the guy that he completely changed the expectations for this team, put them in positions to win, and you blew those games, so now the coach is fired.
That's right. Scott Van Pelt was on the K Show yesterday. He was asked the question, are the Giants still a desirable job?
The one thing that you'll have on your side in New York that other organizations won't is there's still an aura about that franchise. It's the city, it's the Maras, it's the history. I think that they'll be able to attract someone great, but they need to kind of assess what direction they want to go entirely as an organization, and this is a chance to hit that button.
So this is what I try to tell you guys. And you yell at me.
No, listen. I mean, we just heard that same thing coming in the rejoin. That was the sound that we just heard. We just heard Scott Van Pelt, actually.
I know.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know how that's still possible. Apparently, people still think it is possible. I would say the most attractive thing about the Giants' job right now is Jackson Dart.
Oh, I would agree with that.
Right?
But
Like,
I'm saying, even if you, well, I mean, you can't play this game, but even if you didn't have Jackson Dart, I still think it's a desirable job. But yes, now it's really desirable because you have the quarterback. To have a young quarterback who's looked like that without any weapons makes this I mean, I would think coaches would be knocking down the Giants' door to try to get this job to work with this kid.
Yeah, no, but I think I just don't know if you didn't have Jackson Dart, you had the GM coming back.
Ugh.
You're coming off of, I mean, I don't know how many wins you're going to have this season. Like, is it still that desirable? Like, if I had an option of a team that has the quarterback, would I be like, you know what, you keep that job. This is the Giants.
I think it means something. I don't know that you have guys knocking down the door, but I still think it means something.
Because, I mean, before you had the quarterback, it's not like you had a bunch of coaches knocking down your door to get the job anyway. Because you haven't had a good coach yet.
And you know what I've heard a lot of, and I don't want any part of this, and I can't even believe this is a discussion we have to have? Bill Belichick. I heard the afternoon show talking about it yesterday, as if this is just some kind of
think about that.
Great idea.
I mean, he's got the ties to the Giants.
He's a circus right now.
It's not been a great year for him.
It could not have gone worse at Chapel Hill. It's a disaster.
It feels like he's kind of figuring it out a little bit here.
Because you beat Syracuse with a backup quarterback?
They righted the ship a little bit.
I mean, listen, they've gotten some wins, yes. But, I mean, that whole, whatever her name is, Jordan or whatever you call her, that's not playing well down in Chapel Hill. Could you imagine what would happen here in New York with that?
No, like, I mean, that's not going to fly here. But I can understand why it would be a name that people brought up.
Well, I understand the discussion. I just, if that's where they're going to turn, that seems like it would be a disaster.
Right, but that also depends. I mean, Joe Shane's staying, right? So, I mean, the one thing that you would say about Bill Belichick, as good a coach as he is, that, you don't necessarily want him being the guy that's picking all the players, right? That hasn't been one of the things he's done.
Nope.
Done really well. And then who would he bring in to be the offensive coordinator? Right? I mean, that's an important piece of this also.
A huge piece. I mean, if you don't have the good offensive coordinator with this next regime, you're not going to have anything. You need to develop this kid and keep coming along and make it look better than it's looked, because I think it can.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it naturally will once you get Malik Neighbors back and you have some more talent around the kid. It should look better.
Exactly.
The fact that he's doing it with what he's with what he has is
pretty remarkable.
Is the real
with Theo
impressive
Johnson and Bellinger and Little Jordan Humphrey wasn't even active, and Olszewski and Wan'Dale Robinson and a banged up Darius Slayton, that we're sitting here talking about how good he is. A testament to him and how good he is.
Yeah, right. I mean, testament to him, testament to how he's been handled. Right? Like we keep just like glancing over that part. Like that just, I mean, Jackson Dart was just going to naturally be this good.
No, Daboll gets credit. Coffee gets credit.
How many people thought that Jackson Dart was going to be this good?
Nobody.
Right. I mean, otherwise he wouldn't have been drafted where he was drafted.
Nobody. Because if anybody thought he was going to be this good, he wouldn't have been drafted 25th.
Exactly right.
You don't think that the Jets right now are thinking, like, how in the world did we let this kid go right by us? Right by us.
We would have screwed it up.
I don't know.
We would have found a way to screw it up.
I don't know. He looks like he's pretty special.
Yeah, he is special. But, I mean, how does Sam Darnold look now? Pretty good?
Yes, but I don't think that they're the same.
Oh, I don't think they're the same either. I just think that, I think there are certain quarterbacks. Now, maybe Jackson Dart is just one of those guys. Doesn't matter where you put him or who you put him with. He'll just
That's
be
what
that
it kind
good.
of feels like to me.
Well, maybe that's the case. Hopefully, for your sake, that's the case. But, and now the real work starts. Like, this was the easy part. Firing Brian Daboll was the easy part.
Yeah, making a fire, anybody can do that. It's
right.
Hiring the right guy. And what are the names you've heard? You've heard, an interesting one I've heard is Marcus Freeman, head coach from Notre Dame.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go down the college coach route.
Jesse Minter, I've heard.
I've heard Minter.
Kubiak, I've heard.
I've heard Kubiak. I've heard Minter. I've heard. See, I think if Stefanski gets fired, that would be a name at the top of my list.
If the Ravens don't wind up being a playoff team, is John Harbaugh open for business here? You think they might move on from him?
I don't know. What about Sean McDermott? Who knows
I think that's
with that?
interesting.
Zach Taylor in Cincinnati. If they decide to move on,
I don't want him.
No, I'm just saying. I'm giving you names.
Yeah, no, I understand.
What's another name I heard? Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, I think
would
that's
be another
an interesting one. That's it. Kingsbury, Kubiak, very interesting. Both of those guys.
I mean, this is the hard part.
How about
because,
Joe Brady? Because he's got the relationship via the Bills.
Right, but now you're going again with another coordinator.
Right. So do you need, would you, or not need, do you prefer a head coach that has coaching experience?
Yeah, I would prefer that. I wouldn't let it stand in my way. I mean, if I go through the process and I feel like, Joe Brady, whoever the coordinator is, has what it takes, can be what Brian Daboll wasn't, which is kind of like the CEO of the franchise that can hold guys accountable, can have great working relationships with his other coaches, which it sounds like Brian Daboll didn't necessarily have.
No.
Which, ultimately leads to his downfall because Wink did a much better job than Shane Bowen did.
Well, Shane Bowen was bad. Wink was really good. Wink has always been really good, and then Wink couldn't get out of here quickly enough.
Yeah, I think that the probably the bigger question would be: Are you more likely to lean offensive instead of defensive, or does that matter?
I don't know that it matters if you hire the right offensive coordinator. Because I've heard a lot of people going nuts about you have to hire an offensive-minded head coach, which I'm not opposed to, but I don't think that's the only thing that I would do.
No, I don't think you narrow the search just because it's got to be one side of the ball. But I will say, I think the benefit of having an offensive-minded head coach, even if he's probably going to want to call the plays, but even if he's not calling the plays, at least his expertise is on that side of the ball. So if the offense does struggle, he can fix it.
That he can get involved. Yeah,
right.
That's fair. But I mean, listen, again, we talk about you want to try to be what team now? Like you want to follow in the footsteps of New England. Well, New England hired Mike Vrabel, who's got experience but is not an offensive-minded coach, and they hired an offensive coordinator who's terrific. So I could get around something like that.
No, I could absolutely. But then, you're also talking about, hell, I wanted him. But, that's a guy who's had success as a head coach.
Right. John's chiming in. He says Lane Kiffin should be on the list. Lane Kiffin should be on the list. Yes.
Yeah, I think Lane Kiffin was on the list.
Yep. Absolutely. I think when we just went through it, we didn't. John Gruden's an interesting name, too. I don't know.
With the whole, everything surrounding John Gruden,
I agree.
How interested John Mara would be in that.
You're right. The Giants are typically not a team that's willing to, roll the dice on the aggressive side when guys have, issues. So I would say probably not, but I would do my due diligence with it.
I will tell you this. John Gruden on TV, John Gruden on the stuff he's doing with Barstool, they did the YouTube golf. They did some type, what was it called? Some invitational they did, but John Gruden was on one of the teams. And one of the guys on the team slept through his tee time. So everyone on that team hated him because how the tournament worked was half, two teams, one entire team would be eliminated and not be able, and that was $1.7 million up for grabs. So that one team, all the players would be eliminated if they lost the first portion of the tournament. And their best player overslept a 9:30 a.m. tee time.
9:30?
9:30. So everyone on the team hated this guy. So they had John Gruden give this speech to bring the team back together. I got to tell you, man, it was
good.
If this is any taste of what you get from John Gruden in a locker room, it was like, oh, my God. This guy.
Well, I think he's an ultra-intense guy, yes.
I would run through a wall for this dude.
All right. Another guy that Jordan keeps mentioning, I got an email on this, and he actually texted me this last night, Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, but I would want Pierce. That would be like a nice accompaniment. That would be a nice piece to the coaching staff. I don't know if I would necessarily make him the head coach. I could understand bringing him as the defensive coordinator.
Oh, yeah, I think people would like that.
Yeah.
He's a leader of men as well, a guy like Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go head coach with him.
Well, there's a lot of people in the basket.
I've heard Spags, too. I've heard that a bunch.
I would be stunned with that. First of all, he's in a great spot. He's failed as a head coach in the past. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, right. But, now you got the quarterback. You put a good staff around you.
You got to have a great offensive coordinator if you're going to have Spags as a head coach.
Right. But isn't that what you want?
Yes, of course.
You want a great offensive coordinator, and then you have your defense be better. You got plenty of money.
I guess
and
the
draft
question
picks invested in the
Spags
defense.
is, he has Giants ties. Obviously, won Super Bowl with the Giants, but do you want to leave what's like the nirvana in Kansas City?
Well, I think that you would probably want to prove. Maybe I could be wrong because he's in a great spot, but I'm sure he has a special place in his heart for the Giants.
I'm sure he does.
They got a stud at quarterback. They got a ton of money and draft picks invested in the defense. Right? I want to prove to people that I could be a head coach. Not a bad place to do it.
We don't know that. That's the question. Does he have this burning desire? I failed with the Rams. I desperately need to show that I can be a good head coach? Or is he of the mindset of, you know what, I wouldn't mind being a head coach again, but I'm in such a great situation that I don't need to pick up and leave? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be a name I'd be interested in. Like, I would definitely. I want to make sure that I reach out to everybody.
I agree. Let's take a quick break. Come back. Phone calls. We'll get to you guys, I promise. 800-919-3776 CMT in about 30 minutes. DNR with you on a busy, blustery Tuesday, ESPN New York.
D'Agostino & Associates is a legacy firm, and I'm proud to be a part of that legacy. I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and like my father, I fight to get justice for the injured.
The hustle and grit of these streets shaped me. I'm John D'Agostino, and from the concrete to the courtroom, I built this injury firm 35 years ago to get accident victims justice. So call my team first, 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
You want justice? Think Jenna D'Agostino. Think D'Agostino & Associates. Justice isn't just a word. For us, it's a way of life. It's having compassion for your struggle and getting you paid for your pain. Now that's justice. D'Agostino & Associates means being there for the injured.
Seriously injured? Call my team first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and will come to you. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
Who knew caffeine could taste this good? With 5-Hour Energy Shots, caffeine just got a serious flavor upgrade. We're talking big flavor, from watermelon to strawberry, banana to sour apple, packed into a tiny 2-ounce bottle. You'll get as much caffeine as a 12-ounce premium cup of coffee with 0 sugar and 0 crash. And with 17 bold flavors to choose from, there's a shot for every mood. Find your favorite flavor in-store today or grab a variety pack online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon and give your caffeine a flavor upgrade.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidde Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidde helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. We roll along on a Tuesday. Typically, we're bouncy on a Tuesday, but not this Tuesday. Obviously, the Giants are the topic of the day. Also, Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Excuse me. When it's game time, it's Tully time. You know how I get emotional with the Tullamore Dew reads. You've known that about me for quite some time. Knicks host the Grizzlies, 7:30 at the Garden. The Nets are almost not even a team at this point. Watching them is brutal. They host the Raptors, Barclays, also at 7:30. And that's Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. All right, we need to get to the calls. You ready to go to the calls?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go to Lee, Long Island. Lee, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Rick. How you guys doing?
Great. How are you?
I actually wanted to touch on an idea I thought for the coaching, but before I do, I actually wanted to victory lap on Dave for a second, if I may.
Sure.
Oh, I like
because
that. Yeah, take a
I think
victory lap.
Okay. When Belichick first got fired from New England, I called you guys, and I said that I thought Belichick was an overrated head coach and he was never going to get another job in the NFL. And Dave murdered me and told me 20 teams would throw their coach out the door to hire Belichick that day. And he couldn't even get an interview in the NFL. I think he got one with Atlanta. So, and he's never getting another coaching job in the NFL.
No, and he doesn't deserve it.
Ever.
But I still stand by the fact that he's a great coach, unbelievable coach.
Great
Overrated,
coach.
overrated is a crazy thing to say.
Okay. The other thing I was going to suggest is that I understand you guys are look. You're talking about all the available guys, but what if there is a precedent in the NFL? You can trade for a coach, and when a guy like John Harbaugh in Baltimore might be falling out, giving up a draft pick or two isn't crazy to get an established coach who has a track record that isn't just some Cliff Kingsbury, another retreaded offensive coordinator or something like that. How would you feel, Dave, if they gave up a couple of draft picks for a Sean McVay, Tomlin, Harbaugh, somebody like that?
Oh, Sean McVay, yeah, I would definitely do that. I like Harbaugh, but here's the thing. The only way you could possibly get Harbaugh is if things go south the rest of the way. They would never part with him if they wound up winning the division, going to the playoffs, and doing something in the postseason.
No.
So if they fall apart, they'll move on from him anyway. Sean McVay, well, I mean, if you're the Rams and you move on from Sean McVay, then you have to have your head examined. That would be insanity. But
Yeah,
no,
no,
I mean, if
listen,
it's the right
you
coach,
mentioned-
I'm not opposed to trading for it. I just think there's enough decent coaches on the open market that I don't think you have to do that.
Right, but you're not looking for decent. Right? You're not looking for decent. So if that means, I'm not opposed to it. I mean, if that's something through back channels that you could make happen, I would make it happen.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it either.
No.
But I wouldn't go in that route to start the
No,
search.
but you mentioned, we just mentioned Tomlin and we mentioned Harbaugh. Right? I mean, those names have been mentioned. Like,
Of
who
course.
knows? Like, I mean, the Steelers have gone all in this season. Right? I mean, they've done things that they normally don't do. Right? They trade for DK Metcalf. They pay him $30 million. They bring in Aaron Rodgers. They're willing to wait for Aaron Rodgers.
Mhm.
The pieces that they added on the defense. Like, I mean, there's got to be some. To make the moves that they just made this offseason, there has to be some pressure there.
Okay, so listen, then let them move on from that coach, and then the Giants can swoop in and hire him. If you're the Steelers and you intend to keep him, and the Giants offer you at a 2 and a 5, you can be like, oh well, here's a 2 and a 5, we'll take that. No, either you're done with him or you're going to keep him. You're not going to be swayed by a couple of draft picks.
No, probably not. But I mean, if there's, hey, we could go one way or another, right? We could keep more. Maybe we think about it, and then all of a sudden the team comes in and says, hey, we'll give you draft picks for him. Maybe.
And yes, I would definitely do that. But here's the thing, though. Is Joe Schoen going to want to do that? Joe Schoen's going to want to trade draft picks?
Joe Schoen should want to do whatever it takes to get the best coach in here so he can keep his job, because he shouldn't have his job right now.
He's going to want to bring in Mike Tomlin? I don't know that's
if
the
he
case.
was smart, he would.
I agree with you. I'm not saying that bring him in is a dumb move. I think it'd be a smart move. I think he's great. I mean, I would love to have the mediocrity that the Steelers have had over the last 15 years. I'd love to have it.
Like Joe Schoen would be out of his mind if he would want to do something like that, especially with his history drafting players right now.
Oh, it's brutal. John in Brooklyn. John, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Good morning, guys. Apologies, I have a cold, so I may not come through so clear, but I'm so happy to get through. I think you guys are the greatest, unbelievable, no peer. The different aspects of the show are so great. You got other teams in your own company copying it. And also the feud. The feud was great. You don't have time for it. But let me get down to business about the coaching search for the Giants. Dave, I share your passion for Actually, I'm not as good as you are. You have much more passion for the team. But I think everybody's overlooking one thing. The new GM has to be able to choose his own, and I'm saying new GM, his own coach. The dichotomy between ramming Schoen down a new coach's throat is going to chase away the best candidates.
I don't know that that's true. I don't know that.
Well,
I mean, John, where do you get that from? Is that just your own opinion, or are you hearing that somewhere?
Who has Schoen brought in? Let's look at the facts. When did Daboll have success? And I'm not like, I hate Daboll too.
Year one.
When did Daboll have success?
Year one.
A new team. Schoen had very little impact on that roster. Schoen couldn't make the right decision on so many players that he had in-house. McKinney, Saquon, etc. And the truth is, who was the Giants, one of the Giants' best GMs that took them out of the wilderness in the 80s?
George Young, you talking about?
George Young. George Young chose the coach and kept getting a new coach until he got Parcells and got it right.
He didn't keep going with a new coach. He hired Ray Perkins, and Ray Perkins left on his own volition for the Alabama job, and Parcells was the defensive coordinator. It's not like he kept going after new coaches.
Yeah, but you're telling me George Young didn't do a great job rebuilding the franchise?
No, but that's not what you said. You're having two separate points. Thanks for the call, John. You're saying George Young kept knocking down the door until he got the right coach. He hired Perkins. Perkins had his dream job at Alabama open up. He replaced Bear Bryant, and then Parcells was already on staff, and he took over. Yeah, I think George Young was great, but separately was great. Not the way he was able to back into Bill Parcells.
Right, but I mean, I was confused by the point. Because I think we all agree that Joe Schoen hasn't really done anything to deserve to hire the next head coach.
That's the thing.
Right. So I don't I would for me right now, my priority I don't know why I said it like that. my priority.
You sound like Brian Kelly.
Yeah, right.
My priority.
My family. My goal here is to hire the best available coach, right? Like, I don't want anything to stand in the way of me getting the absolutely most qualified guy because I got the quarterback. And I think his point, I think that he was trying to make, was could having Joe Schoen as the GM stand in the way of that? Like, does one of these, if John Harbaugh, shakes loose, or one of these coaches shakes loose, that like, this is the guy I want, is he going to be someone that wants to have a say in who his GM is?
Probably.
Right, but so that doesn't
because here's the thing. If you're desperate, if you're a coach and you may not ever get a job in this league, right? Like, you're fighting for a job and you may never
you'll just take it.
You'll take the job because A, it looks good with the quarterback, and B, because you don't know how many times. If you're John Harbaugh or you're Mike Tomlin, team's going to be lining up for you. So
and
I don't
have
know
your pick of the litter.
That you would necessarily want to take the Giants' job. And I don't know, and I think it's easy to say, like, yeah, Joe Schoen should want the best guy. I don't know that Joe Schoen is going to want a personality to that magnitude of a Mike Tomlin.
Right. I mean, I just think
and doing what he does.
I think that the most successful relationships you see in the sport right now have a high level of collaboration.
I agree with that.
Right, head coach is on the same page as like San Francisco, what's going on there? Like, the head coach, I think, is kind of, for me, more important, especially when you have a young quarterback, than the GM is necessarily, especially going into year 2 of the young quarterback. So I need the GM and the head coach to share the same vision. Because, I mean, let's face it, dude. I mean, the way it sounds, these meetings leading up to this draft, Brian Daboll is pounding the table saying, I don't want to mess around with this. Take Jackson Dart with the 3rd pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have, they tried to trade for Stafford. That didn't work. They tried to trade up to the 1st pick presumably get Cam Ward. So is that Brian Daboll or is that Joe Schoen? Like, if left to his own devices, I don't know if Joe Schoen even drafts Jackson Dart.
He might not have.
It doesn't feel like he would have.
He might. Well, I mean, he clearly wasn't his first choice because they tried to move up for Cam Ward.
Yeah, right, and try to trade for Stafford. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, like, I gotta take that into account too with this. Like, I mean, who was really responsible for getting who was responsible for giving us the most valuable piece we have right now?
It's Brian Daboll.
So what the hell is Joe Schoen still doing here?
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir, my friend. RJ, have we heard from Jordan Raanan?
Boy, funny you mention. just texted me, just woke up. Do you still want me? And my response was, of course.
Yeah.
So I provided him a couple of time options. There's a chance. I'm awaiting his response. There's a chance we have him next.
I'm the conductor.
Right after the break?
It's possible.
Or what other times are possibilities here?
After he is done being a
Dad.
wonderful doting father.
That's
An average
nice.
father, yeah.
That's
Oh, poor Jordan.
Yeah, poor Jordan.
He takes a lot of grief. He's very good.
But he likes it. I think he likes it.
You think he likes the grief?
Yeah, I think he likes it.
He welcomes the grief?
And we get to see Big Rick, Medium Jordan, and Tiny Little Dave.
Tiny Little Dave.
Oh, this just in. 7:45. So not directly next, but we're going to have a Raanan CMT Kiper sandwich.
That's a lot, RJ.
It's a big sandwich. Better.
Well, we're going to go CMT first, though. Then Raanan, then Kiper?
No. Raanan, CMT, Kiper.
Raanan, in all likelihood, a condensed but still efficient CMT, and then Kiper.
I like how you said, but still efficient.
That's right. We're going to hit off.
And then Mel Kiper.
Yep.
You think Mel is upset that Brian Daboll was relieved of his coaching duties?
Yes.
I think Mel's
So the plan's gone.
Mel's probably just more upset about, false starts that weren't called yesterday or things.
Mel's going to be shot out of a cannon with this thing. I'm telling you.
Mel
right
is
now.
always shot out of a cannon. All right, so time is of the essence. So let's take a break. We'll come back. We have Raanan, CMT, Kiper.
Yeah.
I mean, it's stop it. He sounds such like Rain Man there. It's the best that we could possibly give you on this very important Tuesday morning. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
Hey! My dad is bringing home the best birthday cake ever!
It was my 5th birthday, and my dad was bringing home the cake.
Should have been here a half hour ago.
The cake never made it, and neither did my dad.
911, what's your emergency?
That was the day a drunk driver killed my dad. Daddy? Impaired drivers take lives. Think.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee. Aired in cooperation with the New York State Broadcasters Association.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Hey, it's Desmond Howard. You want to win the weekend? It all starts with the tailgate. And for me, that means Kingsford Charcoal.
They've been bringing the flavor, the smoke, and the heat since 1920. No wonder they're still the gold standard of grilling. So fire it up, feed your crew, and let the smoke do the talking. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
You ever wake up with a sore throat, feeling a little off, and you know you're getting sick? Well, getting sick and going on the IL
isn't an option, especially for me when I'm traveling for work. You can try to see a doctor, well, good luck there, or go sit for hours in an urgent care. Nope. That's why you need a medical emergency kit. This isn't some cheap first aid kit, okay? Your medical emergency kit comes packed with doctor-prescribed meds. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right there in your home. If you're coming down with the flu, bam, here's your Z-Pack. You've got gastrointestinal issues, here's your Bactrim. From Z-Pack to ivermectin, amoxicillin, and doxycycline to treat strep, pneumonia, sinus infections, UTIs, COVID, and more. It's all right there in your kit. Just match your symptoms to the guide or talk with their telehealth doc. No doctor waiting rooms, no pharmacy lines. Order online in minutes and get $50 off with code SPORTS at urgentcarekit.com/sports. Get yours now at urgentcarekit.com/sports, promo code SPORTS.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Oh, yeah. The conductor, the Daniel Jones leader of the pack, the great Jordan Raanan joins us on DNR, ESPN New York. Jordan, anything going on in the world of the Giants lately?
Yeah, Brian Daboll got himself fired.
So how much of it is they collapsed again in the fourth quarter? And how much is it that he finally was able to accomplish what it feels like was only a matter of time and got the quarterback hurt?
I think it was a combination of the two right there. Like those were the final straws. Like I said to you on Friday, I thought he would probably last the season, barring some sort of disaster, like getting Jackson Dart hurt, and Jackson Dart got hurt, and on top of that, blowing the game and having another demoralizing loss. It was just like, all right, that's enough. Here's an opportunity now to give Mike Kafka a chance, see what, maybe that could help out a little bit. But it was pretty clear, maybe the most interesting part, because we knew Brian Daboll was kind of like a dead man walking at this point, was that in their Giants statement, it said Joe Schoen's going to lead the coaching search, which means he's not going anywhere.
Which is unbelievable.
Okay. Right? I mean, we kind of knew that was coming, but it still is unbelievable, right? Because he's responsible for the team too. But you could see the feeling, right? You could see, again, the feeling within the organization is we like the young talent that we have. And so it's saying that the coaching was the problem. We think the coaching didn't get the most out of the talent that was there, and that's why they're losing games.
Jordan, here's my issue with this whole thing. Because, I was of the opinion that Schoen and Daboll should have been fired after last season, right? But you had him.
That was pretty obvious, though, right? Like they completely missed on that.
Right, but
they just didn't have their eyes open.
Okay, correct. And now, I guess the silver lining is that Brian Daboll is responsible for bringing you Jackson Dart, which is great. My only thing is if we're going to say that part of the reason why Brian Daboll was fired when he was fired is because he was willing to jeopardize the health of his quarterback to keep his job. He must have sensed that, right? That he was on, we all know he's on the hot seat. The defense has been responsible for losing most of these games. The offense has done, in my opinion, a really good job with limited limited talent now with the injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that Brian Daboll didn't make a change on that side of the ball to help save his job?
Yeah, I'm not sure that was an option for him, right? He had already, I guess fired isn't the right word, but he had already butted heads with McMartindale. That was his hire, right? Shane Bowen. So I don't know if that was really an option. Throwing another coach to the Wolves, I don't know if that would have been good for him long term. Like, remember, he's got to go find a job at some point somewhere else. If he's just pointing the finger and sacrificing coaches left and right, which he already did a bunch, right? Like, to do that again, that would have been a tough thing to do. So I don't know if that really was an option for him, whether the Giants wanted to let him do that and whether he wanted to do that.
Interesting. Jordan Raanan with us here, and right out of bed, right? You got out of bed like 5 minutes ago.
Traveling these days is tough. So I took like a flight that left yesterday at 1 a.m. out of Chicago. Landed at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Jordan, there's like 50 flights a day from Chicago. Why did you take one at 1 in the morning?
Dave, do you know how hard it is to fly right now? Every flight's canceled.
Travel's
FAA
a
stuff
disaster
like
right now.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
Well, I'm sorry that you have to deal with this. So, Jordan, Kafka has been the offensive play caller, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they've put the quarterback in jeopardy quite a bit. So now you fire the head coach and you put am I reading this wrong? The guy who's continued to put the quarterback in physical peril as the head coach is something going to change? Is there going to be an edict from the top? Like, what am I missing here?
So here's where I think there's a disconnect with this whole putting him in jeopardy and running thing. It's not the fact that they're running him a lot. Lamar Jackson runs a lot. There's plenty of guys that run a lot, right? I don't even the design runs. That's people are missing the point. It's the fact that they were enabling him to, try to get these extra yards. When you need to be pounding it into his head, hey, look, there are times when you get down, when you get at, like the play against Philadelphia, remember? He's diving headfirst near the sideline into guy's chest. Or, running downfield after you gain 12 yards near midfield, you don't need to take on Zach Baun. Yes, it looked great. He ran over Zach Baun. But you're running over a guy in the middle of the field for 5 yards. If it's not for a first down, like, do we really need to do that? Like, that's where you're putting yourself in jeopardy. There's a lot of quarterbacks that run and run a lot. But get down, go out of bounds at times. The Giants weren't emphasizing that. I think that's the problem. They were enabling him to, Jackson Dart looks at it, and he's a young guy, and you love the competitiveness. He looks at it like, I'm going to try and get every yard. This is my competitiveness. This is what makes me tick. The fact that I'm always going to fight for extra yards. You can't do that in the NFL.
Right, but what are you going to do, though, Jordan? I mean, Dave and I almost got into a fight about this, though. I mean, this is, again, now I didn't play in the NFL, but I also was, like, hey, Rick, stop handling the puck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that's who I am. That's what I do. Like, I mean, you can tell him not to do it. What are they going to do? Like, if he does that, if he takes on Zach Baun and Brian Daboll says, hey, don't do that again, and he does it again, what are they going to bench him and put in Russell Wilson?
But they weren't even doing that. The Giants were kept saying, and Brian Daboll was downplaying it the whole time and saying, this is just who he is. We love this competitiveness. We don't want to take that out of him.
Right,
like, you think they told Lamar Jackson when he got to the NFL, sure, just do whatever you want?
No. I'm
not.
Not
Told him, look, get down. Get down. It's okay. Just, don't limit the hits.
You don't think that's a conversation that they're having behind closed doors?
I don't think they were stressing it anywhere near where they should be stressing it. I think they were, in a way, enabling it.
Can a coach that out of him?
I don't think you can ever coach it out of him, but you can definitely have it in the back of his mind that, all right, I just got the first down. I don't need to try to fight for the last 5 yards near midfield in the second quarter. I've had 4 concussion tests in 8 games. Have you ever heard of that in your life?
No, it's
ever.
Awful. It's awful.
Ever? Never. So it should be emphasis number 1 with Jackson Dart. We don't need to take extra hits. You cannot do it in the league. You're not running over a college SEC cornerback. You will get hurt. That's why it was so inevitable. We knew it. Like, everyone with eyes knew it, right? By the way, a player in the locker room after the game the other day said to me, what do you have, like voodoo? Like, you knew this was going to happen? It's like, no. Like, if your eyes are open, you knew this was going to happen, right?
I don't think it's voodoo that would make you know this is going to happen. I think it's more of like an ESP.
Yeah.
What he was saying is a voodoo, like I got Jackson Dart hurt, essentially.
Oh, like you had a Jackson Dart doll.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Dave doesn't have a Jackson Dart doll at this point.
How do you know I don't?
Well, I mean, what you choose to use that doll for is your own business.
All right, so that's beautiful. So Jordan, names. Where are we? I mean, Kafka, is this real? Like, if he does well, he could keep the job, or is this a placeholder till the end of the year, and then they bring in the guy that I guess, amazingly enough, Joe Schoen wants them to bring in?
Yeah, you don't love that, huh? But no, I definitely think that's real. I mean, Kafka has an opportunity here to show that he's a head coach. I mean, a lot of people around the league thought he was a head coach. I've talked to people who've interviewed him, and they really like him. Where's this piece of paper I have? I talked to someone yesterday. They think he's, even-keeled, which is obviously a complete contrast to Brian Daboll, so we'll see how that works. Confident, consistent, prepared, organized, process thinker, good football. His football sound. They mentioned also his time that he spent with Patrick Mahomes, how he's obviously involved in quarterback development. That was his job that rookie year. Was it 2017 is the year that Mahomes was drafted? Mm-hmm. Mike Kafka's job that year was basically to work with Patrick Mahomes. So I do think he has a real shot. Jesse Minter, defensive coordinator for the Chargers, is someone that I would watch really closely. Antonio Pierce is someone I would expect to be involved in this mix here.
As the head coach or as the defensive coordinator moving forward?
I think you got to look as the head coach.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing, and I think is the most important thing with this search, right? It's not about getting and I know you mentioned to me Clint Kubiak. We were going back and forth yesterday.
Yeah, I like him.
To me, it's not about offensive mind, defensive mind. It's pretty clear. First of all, every team should always look at it this way. It should be about we need to find the best leader for the team. It's not X's and O's for offense or defense. It's leader for the team. The last time the Giants really had that was Tom Coughlin, by the way, right? So I think that's important. Who is the best leader of men, not who's the best offensive mind. And so I think that's important here. And I think Antonio Pierce, remember, he was a captain of the Giants. He was the guy that they all look to, and he does have some experience, of course. With the Raiders, it's hard to really judge what that means, but I think he'll get a look.
Jordan, you've been around that locker room, though. I mean, this is not my question, but just I watched some of the stuff with Antonio Pierce when he took over with the Raiders, and guys celebrating with cigars and everything after the win. The Giants locker room doesn't strike me as like a locker room that's in need of a coach like that. It feels like they need more accountability than like someone to come in and be more of a player's coach.
Yeah, well, who knows? Maybe he learned from that, and he is going to come in and lay the law down and put his foot down. So I don't know.
All right, so here's my question. I got two questions.
He's looked. I know Antonio Pearson is one thing. He's going to say what's on his mind. He's not going to hold back.
Well, which is great. What happened to Brian Daboll? I mean, Brian Daboll had success in year one. I mean, you had him going for two. He's throwing it seemed like he was like ultra aggressive. And then this version of Brian Daboll, where it's, I got a chance to have the ball, on the half-yard line to really to really make sure I'm going to get this win, and he chooses to keep the field goal. What happened to this guy?
Yeah, I think Brian Daboll, in a way, got too concerned about what everybody else thought about him. Always worried about perception, right? I think that got the best of him at times here. It was always about at times it was more about not what was right or wrong, but what would everybody think? And I really do. And then the emotion part of it, that ended up being his undoing, right? I mean, he flipped the tablet at Daniel Jones. He fought with Wink and, flat out lied about it. The only thing we ever fought over was the slice of pizza. Flip-flopped on decisions back and forth. Remember, he actually skipped the backup quarterback at one time, went to the third string, then went to the second string, then went back to the third string. Think about it. He had Mike Kafka as his play caller. He pulled it from him. He took it over. He ended up giving it back to Mike Kafka. They're just too many. If these little things make a difference, and they add up to the point where eventually, if you're all over the place and you don't have convictions with your decisions, and you're not making sound decisions, those kind of things cost you. And you know what? When you are in tight games, that's the difference, right? That's the edge. That's the difference maker. And I think he lost that because it was just too disjointed and, he was too all over the place at times. He's just yelling on the sideline. I mean, he even – remember that pass that Theo Johnson dropped recently? Like it was down like the left side. I think it was against the Eagles, right?
Yeah, down by the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One player was telling me he went over to Kafka after the play, and the player couldn't believe it. And he went ballistic on him, right? Yelling at him, I'm going to take play calling from you. Just yelling inconceivable things, basically. The dude dropped the ball.
Jordan, is that because he doesn't want, he's less inclined to be confrontational with the players, and that's why he goes so crazy on the coaches?
I think that's probably a fair theory. I don't know. I can't get fully inside his brain and know why he does it. But yeah, I mean, he wants to. He's really tight with especially the top players, right? He does a really good job of putting his arm around the top guys. Jackson Daugherty has a really good relationship with Malik Neighbors. In a way, he's enabling them to kind of do whatever they want. But he's really good at making sure that those relationships are good. But yet, this is why it's so head scratching. He was so hard on his coaches and yelling at his coaches. It was, I mean, I've heard it from so many guys. Like the headset thing that Wink said, I've heard it from a bunch of guys. It's just like the yelling on the headset was that they were like it was really something else. Like you can't even. And Wink's thing was I couldn't even concentrate because it was the yelling was just too much on the headset. I couldn't even concentrate on calling plays half the time.
That's great. It makes you feel so confident in this whole thing. Should we have any concern that a new regime, coaching staff-wise, would be in the way of Jackson Dart's development? Because Rick is big in the mindset of, Daboll has gotten him to a really good place, and he sought him out, he got him, he's led him to where he is. Can the next coach do that, or is there concern that he'll miss Brian Daboll?
Well, I think Mike Kafka at least was there, so I think that right now that's not.
But I don't mean now.
Concern.
I mean next season. Yeah,
I'm filibustering, Dave, as I think here.
So you're buying time, is what you're doing.
That's what it means. Yes, I guess it is a concern. I mean, Brian Daboll did a good job bringing up Josh Allen. That's what he did, right? That's what his resume was. Jackson Dart looked good so far, so I guess it is a concern. Let's say you bring in Jesse Minter, all right, defensive coordinator for the Chargers. Now, who's the offensive coordinator who brings in? You better come with a good plan. Is it the right offense? Are you going to be running an offense that basically is conducive to what Jackson Dart does well, like an Ole Miss type offense, and running the zone reads and those kind of things as a major part of the offense? Yeah, it absolutely should be a concern, and it has to be a big part of the interview process.
Jordan, last one for me, because I know we're on a time crunch here and you got stuff to do. Why is Russell Wilson still the backup quarterback? I don't understand it.
Yeah, well, why is Jalen Hyatt on the roster? Why is Evan Neal on the roster? He's not even active on game days. These are the kind of questions that kind of you're sitting there and you're scratching your head and you're like, what? Why? And there was an investment made in Russell Wilson. There was a evaluation made in Russell Wilson that he could still play. His leadership was valuable to the team, which maybe could still be true. But when he gets on the field, certainly Brian Daboll looked like he had no trust in him.
He can't play, though.
I don't know if anybody really does. I would be surprised if Jackson Dart can't play this week, which is, by the way, I think a possibility, that we don't see Jameis Winston as a starter. You have to.
You have to.
Imagine putting Russell Wilson out there in this game, the reaction for the fans.
How about from the players? They have to know that Jameis Winston gives them a better chance to win games at this point.
Yeah. So I think we'll find that out this week, and it'll be an easy first quick move for Mike Kafka if Jackson Dart's not able to play.
Jordan, we love you. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, I thought there was going to be a but.
No buts at all. We love you. Thank you for hopping out of bed and joining us.
Can I throw one more name to you, Dave?
Oh, please.
That I didn't get to, but I actually have written down. This is just someone that came to my mind. I'm not sure how serious it would be, but what about Marcus Freeman, the Notre Dame head coach?
Yeah.
What if he they reached out to him? I think that would be an interesting name for this job.
Do we want to do that?
Is there any insight into that, or is that just your sitting here spitballing opinion? All right.
Oh, there's insight.
How about guesstimating?
Yeah. I think you want a leader, right? And I think that he's a leader.
I think that should be what the job is about. Look at what the Philadelphia Eagles have done, and they've done a really good job of hiring coaches over the years. They don't prioritize offensive mind, defensive mind. They prioritize leadership.
All right, I just got a text, which is somewhat jarring, but I appreciate you. We appreciate you.
You're just going to leave that there?
That's it.
Well, I don't know that I can go on air with it right now, but it's very jarring. So thank you, Jordan, and we'll talk to you
Is
on
it
Friday in
Giants
our normal
related?
spot. We'll get to ask you who's going to win the game on Sunday.
Ooh, great.
What a missed opportunity, too. The guy, Jordan, gets you Brian Daboll's phone number, and you don't even use it one time.
Well, I can use it now. Thanks for nothing,
Send him a
pal.
message. Sorry it didn't work out, Dave.
Yeah, a goodbye message.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck. Bye-bye. Thanks, Jordan. We appreciate you. And that, of course, is
Jordan's the best.
Yeah, the best. Because you know what it is? He plays our game.
Well, no, listen. He's first of all, he's really good.
So he's
Second of all,
dialed in. He's fun. He's not one of these like beat reporters who's bland and boring.
Yeah.
He's got it. He's got it all.
Here's my only concern with this, and I guess you can't really worry about it because it's just, it's the nature of the business.
Or you can.
Well, no, I don't even know. Like this wouldn't be a concern now. I mean, I think down the road, he brings up the Eagles, which is great because I think we would all want to be. I mean, with Howie Roseman and what he's doing, they're poised to potentially get back to another Super Bowl. It's like we're all striving to be that. They hired a head coach who initially was like, "Oh God, this guy might be terrible." But
even last night, I think makes decisions which are highly questionable.
Right, but the thing that they're dealing with now, and these good teams deal with consistently, is is Nick Sirianni a good leader of men? Yes, I guess he is. It seems like all the guys like him and respond to him, but it's like, how many offensive coordinators have they had to go through? Right, and then it's like every offensive coordinator is like, oh, is this going to work with Jalen Hurts? Like, how much of an adjustment period will this be for Jalen Hurts and how they want to run their offense? Like even this year, even the start of this year was like there was some questions as to whether or not it was as good as it was under Kellen Moore. You know what I mean? Like they're not they can't get Saquon going. AJ Brown's upset again. It's just like then how does that affect the quarterback now as he's consistently having to find he's got new people in his ear every couple of years.
Yeah, you're right. And also, what do they have there? Like I'm not even convinced. I guess Sirianni's fine. Maybe even good. But to me, it runs with Howie Roseman. He's the GM.
Right.
And you win there by a mile because the Giants GM is very unimpressive.
I think the takeaway for me is, outside of the stuff that we don't see with, the scouting and all the different things that, Joe Schoen has apparently done, is he must have ownership believing that there's plenty of talent and it's just not being developed and used the right way. And that's why they're not winning.
I guess that's what they must think. By the way, you're listening to DNR on WHSQ, WCBS FM HD2 in New York. Raymond, RJ, it is now time for RJ to lead us through CMT.
To cuddle.
I'm servicing 3 times as many people as he's able to get to.
To marry.
Not everyone can afford to take off work and pay whatever it costs to get a foursome.
Or to trash.
Let the wild rumpus begin.
That
Want a meat stick?
Is the question.
Oh, alrighty. So, by the way, that Marcus Freeman toss in there. Interesting.
Jordan doesn't say stuff just for conversation either. He's heard something.
A lot of college names that you're hearing tied to the pros. I guess not a lot, but at least a couple, which is more than usual. You don't usually hear it at all.
Mm-hmm. You guys should hire Brian Kelly. He's good.
He's available.
And he does accents.
Can take his family.
Right.
Well,
it wouldn't be family anymore. Now it'd be like, I'm here with my family.
No, he got the job that had a real thick, all of a sudden a real thick New York accent.
You think he'd go like Long Island or Brooklyn?
I'm here with my family. Hey, New York. Brian Kelly here.
Well, first
my dream job, Jackson Dot. Yeah.
First, he's got to shake LSU down for another couple mil, and then he'll be all set. Yeah, I saw that LSU is firing him with cause. It's like, yeah, obviously,
what's the cause?
He stinks.
Yeah, but that's that cause.
Sure, it is. You stink. Yeah,
but they have to be there has to be a
right. He's got to have done something.
Yeah, look at his record in the SEC. That seems bad enough.
Cause though, RJ.
It's cause.
He's losing games in Baton Rouge. That's cause.
Listen, I think so. Alrighty, so off of that though with Jordan, there's been a lot of names thrown out this morning. And obviously, it's very early in the process.
Very early.
Could you imagine if he doesn't, like, so they offered him, 50? He said no?
Yeah, I believe so.
And he wants
his
54.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if a booster doesn't pick this thing up and the state
the
has to pay him
taxpayers?
the 50? He will be the most hated. He might be the most hated person. He could never go back there.
Can you believe we're talking about he's offered 50 and he's like, nope, I want the full 54. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Give me every penny. Sorry, RJ.
No, don't be sorry. So I've plucked out 3 of the names that you guys have bandied about, and I want to throw them back out. I mean, obviously it's early, but you don't make this move now unless you kind of want to. You want to shoot up, shoot up a flare. Like, hey, if you're interested, if you're an agent and you have a client, that's where I wonder if the Marcus Freeman thing comes from, because how is he tied to the Giants so quickly? Other than maybe somebody's reached out. So, which of these interests you the most? And listen. Did part of me pick these because they're some of the juicier names? Sure, but there is a pathway to all of them happening.
All right, so let's see where he's going to go. He's going to say Lane Kiffin.
That's 1.
He's going to say John Gruden.
That's 2. This would be impressive if you get the 3rd. I will give you a hint.
No hints, please.
Well,
no hints.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Okay.
All right, Rick, help me here. So Kiffin, Gruden.
Kiffin,
I'm thinking
Gruden.
Either Kubiak or Kingsbury. What do you think?
I think it's one of those.
The name has been mentioned.
Uh-huh.
You've got me.
I'm going to say, Rick, that he's going to go Clint Kubiak.
Okay.
You're so easy. You're so transparent.
Is it Kubiak, RJ?
It is not.
It's Kingsbury?
I went Kingsbury.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, only because, so I thought about this, only because Kubiak went from, like, hotshot offensive coordinator to, like, let go by the Saints all in, like 3 months. And I know he's doing really good things now with Seattle, but Kingsbury, he's been a head coach. Maybe thought he could handle you're going with, I know it's a retread, but someone that maybe kind of knows what they're doing. But that's the name I went.
And at a similar kind of skill set quarterback that he succeeded with, right?
Yes. So, Gruden, Kingsbury, Kiffin. Go.
All right,
And
so
you better believe
who
when he
I
tells-
want or who I think?
Where you would go.
Where I would go. Okay. See, here's the problem. You have to take into account the baggage that John Gruden comes with. And I don't know that the Mara family, who's typically pretty conservative, is going to want to, just look past all that stuff, even if the NFL says no, he's cleared, he's fine. So for that reason, I'm going to trash John Gruden. Now, if he didn't have that, I would probably marry him, but because of that, I'm going to trash him.
John Gruden would be a perfect fit for the Jets.
Gruden?
Yeah.
I'm going to cuddle Cliff Kingsbury, and I'm going to marry Lane Kiffin.
Oh.
Yep.
Marrying Lane Kiffin, huh?
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin, by the way, and his camp, you have not heard those reports coming out like you do some other coaches. Oh, they're working on an extension. He wants to stay. Listen, I'm not as plugged in. I'm not hearing any of that out of Ole Miss. I think he's open for business.
Do you think he's going to leave Ole Miss?
I think
not necessarily for the Giants, but another college job or an NFL job.
I previously to the Giants, and when it opened, which is now, but previous to that, thought LSU and Florida were going to get in an absolute bidding war, of which I don't know if it'd make him the highest paid college coach, but right up there. But now you throw the NFL in, and this is going to be something for Lane Kiffin.
So we're doing what we think they will do?
No, what you would
do.
You personally.
What I would do?
Yeah. Different spin.
Oh. I would probably... We're looking for a leader of men now, right?
Yep. But you have to, RJ, you have to take into account the Gruden situation.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, if you thought that, I mean, you're taking it into account like what the Giants would do. I think the question was to what you would do.
I guess I didn't
you know what I'm
play
saying?
it properly, but I can't do that.
Well, because I'm with you.
separate what
Like,
he
I
has
mean,
going on.
if John Gruden didn't have the baggage, John Gruden
Then I would
probably
marry
already
him.
has but he probably already has a job too, right?
Yes.
So I mean, I guess I would probably answer it. I guess I would probably go Kingsbury first. Then I would probably go Kingsbury, Kiffin, and then Gruden.
Already.
I just don't know if the Giants have an appetite to take that on, especially if
Right.
we're talking about like Marcus Freeman, right? Like, I mean, if that's a real possibility. I mean, that is a squeaky clean.
Oh yeah, great image,
great family guy.
We had him on the show. You were here when we had him on the show,
awesome.
right?
Yeah, he was awesome.
He was highly likable, and I don't like Notre Dame.
So
I almost went to Notre Dame.
He almost went to a lot of places. So
He almost went to Harvard, too.
listen,
Yeah, but I mean Notre Dame was close. I went on a visit. I went on an official visit to Notre Dame.
I mean, what do these universities have in common? Highly studious and academic.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Well, they know what makes him tick.
Could you imagine him there with some of the the dorm rules and the separate dorms and like boys over here, girls over there? He would have caused chaos there. They wouldn't.
Is that how those are the dorms like that there?
Yeah.
I think some are.
No, we had a co-ed dorm.
See?
Well, of course you did.
So you're already breaking the rules.
Yeah.
So we've talked about a lot of the Brian Daboll missteps.
Why is he giggling? Why do you do this with a giggle?
Some of of these are funny. You won't laugh now, but you'll laugh back in a couple of years, hopefully, when you figure things out. Maybe even next year. Who knows? But I want to ask the two of you, which of these Brian Daboll missteps will stick with you the longest? Because these are not typical actions you see of a head coach.
It's got to be. All right, let's see if we can
The
play
blue
this game.
tent. It's got to be the blue tent.
Blue
It's gotta be
tent,
the tablet.
throwing the tablet.
Yeah, that's two.
And undressing Daniel Jones in game one.
No.
No. The wing. It's got to be the wink stuff.
Yeah.
Oh. RJ, we don't really need you for this segment anymore.
I've been replaced by AI bots.
Yeah, that's right.
You
You've been replaced by AI.
There's a joke there. I'll leave it alone.
Keep it to yourself.
So,
Rick, you're up.
The tablet tossing.
All right, I'm gonna
beef
go
with wink or the blue tent.
What I remember the most, or what's the most embarrassing?
No, what you'll remember the most. Because like for me, it's tossing a tablet at your starting quarterback. Like that was so jarring. I still can't unsee it.
Yeah, that was tough. I'll go. I'll marry tablet. I'll cuddle tent. I'll trash wink.
All right, I'm going to go in a little different direction. I'm going to marry the tent. The tent was, maybe it's recency bias. It was so jarring. It was so amateurish. It was, I thought, highly embarrassing that he's peeking into the blue tent. As that
You didn't think throwing the tablet was all of those things?
Oh,
Scadaboo also went into the blue tent.
Well, yeah, but Scadaboo I'd expect it from. I don't expect the head coach to be peering into the blue tent.
Scadaboo probably didn't actually know better.
Scadaboo was probably looking for the bathroom.
Have you guys seen Russell Wilson play? I think you
should I start taking timeout? You can't take back-to-back timeouts. I'll take it anyway. Give me penalties.
I'm surprised he didn't fake. I'm surprised he didn't fake like a stroke or something on the sideline.
Right. I'm down.
I'm
going to marry the blue tent. I'm going to cuddle the tablet. I'm going to trash wink.
Alrighty, so we know that.
I will say though, RJ.
Sure.
In fairness to your question, because that seemed like it was a little bit easy for both of us. I think if we had some inside conversations those two were having together, that could easily be at the top of the list. Because I'm sure those were serious. Can you imagine some of those fights, those two going after each other?
Wink?
Yeah, Wink and Bryant.
Oh, that would be unbelievable.
Was it last year Wink was asked about the struggles with the Giants when he was at Michigan? He's like, oh yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, I'm sure he's heartbroken over it.
Alrighty, so we know MVP is a quarterback stat, so I'm not going to include Jonathan Taylor in this.
Which is absurd, but go.
But you would agree?
I agree, and I think it's ridiculous.
So, tell me so far, and this is not who has it right now, who you project forward if you had to place a bet right now on who will win MVP. I'm giving you the top three, or the three quarterbacks with the shortest odds.
Stafford, May, and
Mahomes. Was Allen. Allen dropped way out.
Yeah. Dave, you're up.
All right. So I'm going to marry Matthew Stafford.
Oh, plus 300. Nice odds.
I just think you look at the numbers, they're dynamic. I know that the schedule is probably tougher than the other two, but God, he's so good. And he's got such weapons. So I'm going to marry Stafford. You know what? This may be not liked on this show, but I'm going to cuddle Mahomes. I just think he gets that boost because he is Patrick Mahomes, and I think that he's there, and I know he's the odds-on favorite. If Drake May in year 2 wins the MVP, that would be remarkable. I will trash him in this scenario.
I'm going to marry Stafford. I'm going to marry Stafford, cuddle May, trash Mahomes.
That's fair.
I think that there's a real chance with looking at this Patriots schedule. I mean, the Patriots could have the number 1 seed.
I know. I know. And I mean, listen, they're clearly in the driver's seat to win the division now, which nobody thought was possible.
Right. I mean, they'll win the division. I mean, they'll have 2 big games to finish it. I mean, he'll have after the bye week, he'll have Buffalo and he'll have Baltimore. Oh. They're going to win the next 3 games. They're going to get to 11 before the bye.
So they'd be 11-2.
11-2, and then they got the Jets and the Dolphins to finish the season. So that's 13 there, and then whatever happens against Buffalo and Baltimore. Oof. I mean, it could be 14. It could be 14-3.
I mean, even if you split those 2 games, that's 12, and then who's after them?
You got New York. You got the Jets and the Dolphins.
So you should win those two. So if you split those two, you're looking at what, 13? 14.
14.
Wow.
You want to change your answer or no?
No.
Alrighty, and finally, normally this is where I make fun of someone, but it's such
a serious day, RJ. It's not a day to do that.
So this is a serious question. So obviously, Brian Daboll's out. We've played this game sometimes where you get the pie of blame. We break it up. Obviously, Daboll's out, so he gets the biggest piece of pie. But I want to ask two of you before Mel, who gets the next biggest piece for the Giants finding themselves in the situation where right now you have an interim head coach? Would it be the players themselves for underachieving? Would it be Joe Schoen for picking those players?
Ooh.
Or would it be the ownership group for allowing this situation to begin at the start of the season?
We have to throw Shane Bowen in this one. Shane Bowen's got to take a big piece of this pie, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, this is the question at hand.
No,
all right.
Actually, you know what? I like that. We're going to swap in Shane Bowen.
For who?
For ownership. So players, Shane or Bowen.
I'm going to marry Bowen. I'm going to cuddle Shane. I'll trash the players. But there should be enough talent on the defensive side of the ball to be better than this.
Agreed. Well, I think the problem is there is enough talent on the defensive side of the ball. I'm going to marry Bowen. What did you do? I'm going to cuddle the players.
I married Bowen, cuddled Shane, trash the players.
Yeah, I'm going to cuddle the players. I'm going to trash Shane. But I think Shane is highly responsible.
I'm surprised you just I'm surprised you just cuddled. I'm surprised you trashed Shane. Excuse me.
No, but listen, I think that as far as you should have more wins this year, and that's not specifically his fault, but I think overall this team is in the position they are because of him, and I think he should be out. And he won't be, which is great.
That was nice. Good job at both of you.
So there you have it. Do we have Mel or not yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we do? Oh, that's terrific. Let's bring him in. Time now for the Kiper Report, brought to you by the Perisman firm. Mel Kiper. Mel, you want to go to battle over whether Brian Daboll should still be employed by the Giants this morning?
Hey, I gave you my opinion. I don't have to repeat it. I told you what I thought last week. So here we are. They made a decision based on obviously another game that found a way to lose, and that's something I guess they had said. Okay, enough's enough. After what happened against the Chicago Bears in a game where you should have won another one. So they left so many points on the field, decisions that were made. I guess they just had enough. Had they won that game, continued on, we would have had a different conversation today. So, again, it got to the point where that breaking point where it just never ends. It just never, I guess, ceases to amaze you how this team keeps inventing new ways to win, to lose every week when there's wins out there and they're not getting it done, and then the quarterback gets hurt again and all the things that happen. Just one thing after another. It's almost like, talk about being snake bit. They are.
Now, Mel, so Dave and I kind of got into a little back and forth. You watched a lot of Jackson Dart at Ole Miss, and he plays, he runs the ball. They do the zone reads and everything else. Do you think that a new head coach is going to be able to, I don't want to say coach him out of it, but do a better job than Brian Daboll did at trying to limit the amount of hits that he takes?
Brian Daboll was with Josh Allen when Josh was hurdling the defenders and taking on defenders. And I remember the New England game, he actually got hurt in that game. And people were criticizing Josh and saying, yeah, you got to learn how to get down. You can't be, even though you're 6'5", 240, you can't be taking those hits. Jackson Dart's, we talked about this. Jackson Dart's not 6'5", 240. He's 6'2", 225. So, yeah, he's a big kid, but, you can't be doing this. And at some point, it's up to the quarterback. It's the same thing. It's like you go through the NFL and look at all the guys that can do what Jackson can do. You got to figure it out on your own. I know you're competitive and you can lose your mind at times, and you got to pick your spots. In every game, pick your spots. Make business decisions when it's necessary, or team decisions when it's necessary, because your availability is as important as your ability. We know all that. But in games that are matter the most, you can put it on the line. You can lay it on the line there, and you can take your chances. But they're not happening every week. They're not going to be every week or every series. So for Jackson, he's got to learn that, whether it's Brian Daboll or it's Bill Belichick coaching this team. It doesn't matter. Jackson Dart's going to have to figure that out. And after all these different the hits that he's taken and the injuries and going to the tent, at some point it's going to sink in that you can't operate this way. So I don't think the coach is going to matter that much. It's up to the player when you're out there in the middle of a game. How do you react? Do you understand situations? Do you finally get it? and it'll sink in. I mean, he's going to have to get it at some point, and I don't think the next coach is going to have anything to do with that. And like I said, it doesn't matter if it's Daboll or Belichick, and that's who I would want, by the way, to be the head coach. If you're going to make this move, go get Bill Belichick.
Really? So you're pro Belichick, huh? Even though it's been disastrous and all the baggage that is happening now in North Carolina, huh?
Well, I mean, the disaster, it's his first year. I mean, it's his first year at North Carolina going to the collegiate ranks. And it's, people say, well, look what Cignetti did at Indiana. He had a big benefit of bringing this, tons of guys from James Madison with him who are really good players, 6 of which are doing a great job even this year. A lot moved on last year. So, again, he had a big head start on that. But, Belichick wants, I think, that record. He wants that. We thought it would be in Atlanta. They made a different decision there, right? When it didn't go with Bill Belichick. So he's available because of that. I understand he'll be 74 in April and all that, but he still is, I think, motivated. He wants to get that Shula record. And if you're going to make a move like this, and you got the quarterback ready to go, it's attractive, obviously, to anybody. This football team is attractive. This organization is attractive to any potential coach, college, pro, former coach, whatever. It doesn't matter. So Bill Belichick, I'm sure, would love to be back with the New York. I can't speak for Bill, but I would think, if I were him, I'd be looking seriously at this opportunity to be the head coach of the New York Football Giants.
Mel Kiper joins us here on the show. Mel, we just had Jordan Raanan on, and the name he decided he wanted to mention, kind of wink, wink, like maybe he's hearing things. Marcus Freeman. How do you think Marcus Freeman will work at the next level?
Well, he's a good football coach. I mean, he's done a really good job. I'm a big Notre Dame guy. I watch Notre Dame all the time. He's done a really good job there. And, again, they benefit. They don't have a conference championship game. He got them to the championship last year, and they scared the daylights out of Ohio State, late in that football game. Took a play by Will Howard to really, get that win for them when they had the lead and almost let it slip away. So, Marcus Freeman's a good football coach. You want to go to the collegiate ranks? I don't know. Like I said, the one thing, when you have a Bill Belichick sitting out there, and you got a John Gruden sitting there wanting to coach, and you have to see, and Mike Greeny brought up Mike Tomlin with things not working out in Pittsburgh, and John Harbaugh. Everybody was talking about Harbaugh. If the Ravens season continued to spiral out of control, would it just be a parting of the ways, like Andy Reid in Philadelphia, where you just say, hey, we all had a great run, but it's time to move on. We'll see. We have to still see how it plays out. We're just a little over halfway through, and a lot of football to be played, but there are some huge names that have won Super Bowls that could be out there, and there's certainly, you want to go to the collegiate ranks, there's not a lot from the coordinator group right now. Cliff Kingsbury last year was red hot because of what Jaden was doing. Now, look what happened this year with Washington. So he's not that guy anymore. So, again, that red hot coordinator. So who is Joe Brady in Buffalo? Look what's happened there. They've been inconsistent. So they just got beat by Miami. So some of the guys you thought would be, the guy, they're talking about Jesse Minter now. If you want to talk about defense, Jesse Minter, defensive coordinator with the Chargers, formerly of the collegiate ranks with Harbaugh. So at the end of the day, those are your options. That's why I bring up Belichick, because to me, he's motivated. There's no difference looking at Bill Belichick now than it was Bill Belichick 10, 15 years ago. So come on. I mean, if you want to get a guy who's going to come in and have the fans, I don't know how fans feel. I can't speak for the fans. If I'm a New York Giants football fan, I would want to try to hit a grand slam or a home run here, not just go for a double.
All right, so you make your living with covering the draft and the analysis that you do. Joe Schoen has had 4 of them. Should we be as upset as so many people are that he is just not able to be great at making these picks through 4 drafts right now?
Well, the team, it's all about, however you construct a team, it's about winning football games. And, this team has a lot of good young talent that came in that way. Joe's done a good job there, as Daboll did. Who was responsible for Jackson Dart being selected by the New York Giants? Who made that move? You have to think Brian Daboll had a lot to say about that, picking your quarterback, okay? More so than a GM. It's like that's your head coach, that's your offensive guy, that's guys with around Josh Allen, and all of a sudden, he's there. These guys were together up in Buffalo during all that. So, I think that it's always the GM stays, the head coach, is the one that has to take the blame and ends up getting fired. Normally it's not. In Miami, they let the head GM go, which was a shift in the way it's usually done. They stuck with the head coach, got rid of the general manager. So at the end of the day, the personnel's there. This team, it's just like, it's a comedy of errors. I mean, it's almost watching that game Sunday against Chicago. It's almost like you just have no belief that, I guess you sit there and say, I can't believe they're going to lose this game. I just can't. I gave a good friend of mine, give them over. I gave the Giants the over 5.5 back in August. They could have had over 5.5 already. Look at all the games that they just, the Denver game. It's like historic meltdowns. You can't have that. And I get that. And I was supporting Daboll, but at some point, I think that was kind of the Charlotte broke the camel's back. You can't have this week after week. And this game Sunday, I was sitting there, so boy, I defended him. I wanted him to be the head coach moving forward. But again, it's like, do we just need to make a change for the sake of making a change? Something's not right here. The missed I mean, just the defense in general. I mean, come on. I understand the decision down to go, hey, kick the field goal, go for hey, but you got a team. You got it right there. You got that team where you want them, and your defense can't make a stop. And then the special teams. I mean, are you kidding? Everything that could break down. And the head coach, ultimately, if your defense can't get it done, your special teams is just a nightmare, disaster, then the head coach has to take responsibility for that. It's and so I get it. I'm not going to sit here and defend Brian Daboll after the Chicago Bears performance, because I was sitting there thinking, oh, they're going to win this game, and they're going to get on a nice little run here. They're going to win some games here. And no, it just happened again. It just one thing after another just keeps on happening. And if you're the head coach at some point, and this was the game, even for me, and I was a big Brian Daboll defender, even for me after that Chicago game, I'm thinking, boy, we just got to go a different direction now. This just isn't working. And the Dart injury and all that, and putting him in harm's way. And also, and I said this yesterday during our podcast with Field Yates and Mike Greenberg, I would almost have given an assurance to Daboll at some point early on and say, you're going to be back, because then it affects how you coach that team. It affects everybody's mindset. Said, hey, we never know, he's coaching for his job. He's got to win games. Well, that's not something you want. You want to, if you're going to bring him back in 2026, assure him of that, assure the team, let them all know that he'll be back, and everything is a little bit different. That never happened, and you saw what the result was. So at the end of the day, Bill Belichick would. Hey, I'm not Adam Schefter, but if I'm the New York Giants, I'm ownership. I'm in a conference where you have unknown Bryce Young. We do not know what kind of quarterback he'll be. Tyler Shock, Michael Penix Jr., Arizona with Kyler Murray. What's going to happen there? J.J. McCarthy. A lot of to be determined, unknowns. And you're a division now where you've closed the gap on Dak and Hurts and Jaden with the Jackson Dart. You're right there now. You think you're going to be right there with Jackson Dart, not a distant fourth or not third or fourth. You're going to be right there with those guys. So for me, if you're Bill Belichick, you want the job. You should want the job. If you're the Giants, why wouldn't you want Bill Belichick against other candidates who are, not going to wow many people over right now?
That's the most impressive thing for me, though, Mel. I mean, you mentioned closing that gap. It's like, it's what Jackson Dart's been able to do with no Malik Neighbors, with no Cam Scatterbo. He doesn't have a lot of talent around him on the offensive side of the ball, and he gives his team a chance every week to eventually blow it, but at least, be right there to win these football games.
Well, he does, and he does, and the progress you want to keep seeing, and obviously availability, understanding situations, that's something he's going to have to grow into and figure out. Like I said, there's no coach going to be able to drive it home. When you're out there, you just react instinctively. You got to play smart. He'll figure that out, I would think, but he's going to have to. We see Bo Nix, and he's talking about great rookie year. He's fallen back a list this year. He's not the quarterback right now that he was last year. Everybody's raving about Bo Nix as the franchise quarterback. He's right there. You got Patrick Mahomes, and you got Justin Herbert in that division. Now we got to close that gap, but we got Bo Nix, and he's right there, and now he's getting booed. And now they're questioning whether Bo Nix. So again, you just hope that quarterbacks can keep progressing and just develop, and especially when they get off to this great start, does it continue? And that's what Jackson Dart has shown. He's got that ability, he's got the mindset, and certainly the personnel. There's plenty of personnel in this football team. That's why I thought 5.5. I thought, I didn't know how it would play out with Russell Wilson and Jackson Dart. I think at 5.5, you can get the 6 wins here. You can definitely get the 6 wins. They could, like I said, I was telling you to take the over 5.5 with the Giants season win total. That's not working out too good right now. Should they have already been there? Yeah. So again, I get it. I just think when I'm looking at these candidates, John Gruden, Bill Belichick, Mike Tomlin or John Harbaugh, that something happened there. They throw out Lane Kiffin's name because of the connection with Jackson Dart. Guess what? They didn't get to a playoff in a 12-team playoff with Jackson Dart as the quarterback with Lane Kiffin as the coach. They missed the playoff last year. They didn't get there with all that talent, Walter Nolan and company, and Jackson Dart, and all the players they brought in via the portal. They didn't make the 12-team playoff. So let's go to guys, if you're going to make this move, go to guys like a John Gruden, Bill Belichick, people like that and Gruden working with the young quarterback. That's what I'd say. Belichick and Gruden. I'm a big John Gruden guy, good friend of John's, but Bill Belichick, John Gruden would be right there. And like say, if Tomlin or say a Harbaugh, somebody like that becomes available, you got to think about bringing them in.
All right, listen, I can ask you a million more questions about the quarterbacks and the Jets and all that kind of stuff, but we do have to run. We'll do it again next week because as you do, we'll be here next week for you.
I was always wondering today. I said, I don't think they're going to talk to me today. I don't think they're going to talk to me today, but I was a little surprised you called. But, hey, we'll be back next week. We'll do it all over again.
Every week. We love you. Thanks, Mel. Appreciate you.
Have a good one, guys. Take care, buddy.
All right, good stuff with that. And that's the Kiper Report brought to you by the Parisman Firm. If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS and get the justice you deserve. The Parisman Firm, where your case is their cause. My friend, there's a lot to unpack. So let's take a break, come back, and do the unpacking. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Bet 36.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
All right, let's see what's happening on the roads on this Tuesday. Here is Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. Good luck to Brian Daboll as he moves on, and good luck to the Giants trying to find a new head coach. Guys, let's see what's happening on this Veterans Day. Alternate side parking rules are suspended. Metered parking rules in effect. Watch for slowdowns 46 West at Broad Ave in Ridgefield. It's an overturned garbage truck. Garden State Parkway North, exit 144. It's a collision being cleared. Sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports, coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education. providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist powered by Parity.
All right, DNR with you. ESPN New York. We roll along on a Tuesday. Obviously, the topic is the Giants because it should be the Giants. I mean, middle of the season, they felt like they had no choice but to fire their head coach. And even Mel, who was a proponent of keeping him, watching another collapse, Rick, was like, yeah, it felt like maybe it was time to make this decision.
Right. I mean, listen, I think that the reason why you probably do it now is, I would assume, is because you have someone in-house that you want to take a look at.
Well, it's exactly true. I mean,
Right.
Kafka's the guy that they want to see what he has, what he can be.
So, I mean, it makes sense. Like, I can't sit here, though. I mean, I have such a hard time, like, putting all of this on Brian Daboll. I mean, he's the head coach, so he ends up getting, he'll get all the blame. But it's like, the goal of the season was develop Jackson Dart, right? That was the whole goal. And it wasn't even like, we need to see Jackson Dart play at a certain level to be convinced. It's like, hey, just show us flashes. If he shows us flashes that he's going to be the guy, then we'll be happy as we move forward here. Not only has he showed you flashes, like he's shown you way more than that with limited talent around him. Like putting you in situations in games that you had no chance, you thought you had no chance to win going into the game, the ability to actually blow the game. Right? There was no thought that you were going to go into Denver and have a chance to win that game. Or against that defense score 32 points. There was no thought that was going to happen.
Yeah, but you did that, and then you blew those games.
Well, I understand that, but that's largely in part to how well Jackson Dart has played, which was initially the focus of the season. Mel can say what he wants. I got the Giants over 5.5. How many games did you really think the Giants were going to win?
I thought they were going to win right in that range.
Maybe if they were lucky. I
thought they were going to win between. There was a lot of people that were thought the Giants could get to 7 and 8 this year.
Yeah, I don't know who those people were. I think those people were crazy.
But there was a lot. You don't remember those people?
Well, I think those people were nuts. When we went through the first, 13 game, whatever it ended up being. They're going to play 2-11 here.
Yes, assuming they lose the next 3, they're going to be 2-11.
All right, win-loss game we played. I mean, I know it's a silly game because you don't know when you're playing these teams and who's going to be hurt. But you look at the schedule going. I mean, if we don't find a way to win, the first couple, like what's the season going to be? Right? That was the conversation. Once we get past the first couple, it's
they didn't win the first couple.
No, I know they should have won the Dallas game, but then, all of a sudden week 4 Jackson Dart steps on the field and it's like, "Oh my God, why wasn't this guy starting week 1? He's that good." Which again was was the only reason why Brian Daboll kept his job in the first place.
So maybe you're a victim of your own success then. But you can't have the quarterback. But they also, on the flip side, they told ownership the only reason we're not good is because we haven't had a quarterback. So let us get the quarterback and then watch what I can do with it. And you got the quarterback, and the quarterback was better than anybody anticipated, and you still can't win games.
Right. But so I'm with you. Again, I said after last season they should have fired him. I just don't. I'm having a hard time wrapping my arms around the whole well, no, Joe Shane's going to be the one that leads the process.
I couldn't agree with you more. The fact that Joe Shane is still Daboll, in my estimation, should be gone because you took a massive step with quarterback and you're still losing games, but you're not just losing them, you're losing them in now epic fashion. So that I agree with. He should be gone. But on the flip side, how you're allowing a guy who has gone 20, 40, and 1 to be the ultimate decision maker on a search for the next head coach, when you look at the track record of what he's done via the draft and free agency, that to me is where I have the major issue. I can't believe that we're talking about this.
Yeah, I can't believe we're talking about this either. So, I guess we won't really get maybe as we move further along in this process, we'll get more insight as to why they kept Joe Shane. But, I'm sure it has something to do with, all the improvements he's made behind the scenes with, scouting and everything else. And it's just there's no appetite to have a complete overhaul.
But has he done a good job?
I don't think he's done a good job. Mel seems to think that they have talent, but is Shane Bowen that bad? Because if Shane Bowen's really that bad, and you think you got enough talent on the defensive side of the ball between money you spent and draft picks you used, then why wasn't he gone already?
I agree. It really makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. But this will be an opportunity for Kafka to prove to to prove to ownership and prove to Joe Schoen that he's a real candidate. And I guess in a perfect world, would it be to Jackson Dart's benefit to have it, keep it in house?
I get. Listen, if he goes out there and he coaches at a high level, yeah, why would it not be?
Right, but even if he coaches at a high level, how many more games are you going to win?
Yeah. And is Jackson Dart going to play? Because it doesn't sound like he might not play this week. So you're gonna beat the Lions in Detroit? You're going to beat the Patriots?
No, like I said, you're going to be 2-11.
All right, so you're 2-11. So what would you have to see from a game against Washington, Dallas, the Raiders, to be like, you know what, Kafka should keep this job? You'd have to. I mean, what could you possibly see?
I don't know if you could see anything. I don't know. I don't know if Mike Kafka is going to solve the defensive problems.
Yeah, I can't imagine that we're going to be back with Mike Kafka next year.
No, I will say this though. I will say this though, to their credit, I didn't think it would happen during the season, but I remember us having the conversation when we looked at out of the bye when you got Washington. Who knows? I mean, what their quarterback situation is with Jaden Daniels, and you got the Raiders and you got the Dallas Cowboys. Is that you can't let a couple meaningless wins after the bye make your decision for you?
No, of course not. Of course, I mean, if you go 5-12, you can't be like. I would be stunned if Kafka was the coach next year. Stunned.
Yeah, I don't even know if that's really something that you would. I mean, do you want that? I mean, I guess if it's just it looks great, but I mean, is that what you really want?
No, it's not what you really want. And again, I know it's not for the fans, but I think you'd have a tough time selling the fan bases for him as the head coach, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, unless, like you said, unless for whatever reason it looks so much better that, when Jackson Dart's back, if it's, against the Lions, they somehow manage to, to beat the Lions or go to New England and win that game. I don't know. I don't even know if that's possible, but.
Yeah, it's probably not. Let's get to some of these callers. They're all lined up again. Giants hot topic today. James Lake Grove. James, you're next up on ESPN New York.
Hey, good afternoon, guys.
It's 8:40 in the morning, James.
Oh, geez, yeah. I newborn at home. Sorry, it's one of those days.
I got you. Go ahead.
So I am one of the people who believes that you do have to not turn over every stone. So what would it take to back the truck up and go get a McVay or a Shanahan? I mean,
Nothing.
3 first-round picks. You got the quarterback. What do they matter?
They're not
Maybe
trading
in this
them.
afternoon where you are. It's silly. This is silly conversation. The Rams are not going to let you get anywhere near Sean McVay. Shanahan is going to be there for as long as he wants to be there. Why would you give up an elite head coach, knowing how important it is for a first-round pick?
I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
No,
it's silly.
I mean, listen, I feel the same way about, hey, let's go offer Cincinnati 3 first-round picks for Joe Burrow.
It's silly.
Like, I mean, what are the chances that with those 3 first-round picks you draft a quarterback that's anywhere near as good as Joe Burrow?
None, actually.
So, I mean, yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, like, of course I'd love to do that. I mean, yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah,
if that was
sure.
a possibility,
you know,
yes.
RJ, you can have the 5th overall pick in this year's draft. I would like to take Kyle Shanahan from you.
All right, I'm thinking about it. I'm turning it down.
Oh, what a surprise. Ira in Staten Island on the Giants this morning. Hi, Ira. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Dave. So, I got my own problems with my team and Rick is there. But
Ira,
I
we
do
won.
have to comment on this.
Ira, we won, though.
What's
We got
that?
a winning streak. Ira.
Yeah, well, you better hold on to your hat. Probably not going to win a game until you play the Dolphins. I think these next 2 games are going to be not pretty, these next 2 games. But, with the Giants situation, I just got to get my 2 cents in here. You're right. They should fire the GM at the same point because, to be honest with you, even though Gruden and Belichick probably are no-brainers, and I'll throw McCarthy in there, a guy like Shane, if he's going to have major input in the hire, he's not going to bring in a high-profile coach like that because, they're going to kind of creep away and take away some of his power. So you're probably going to get a lesser of a coach. But I don't know. I didn't hear earlier this morning. I tell you the truth, I really like Brian Flores, and I know he had his issues with the owner in the Dolphins, and I know there's something going on with him in the league. I don't know if it's been resolved. He got the Dolphins to the playoffs. He started to get Tua going in the right direction, and I don't know what finally took place in Miami. I know him and the owner had an outing, but I think he's a really, really potentially good head coach that nobody's talking about, and the Giants should do their homework to hire him.
The thing that would concern me, thanks to the call, I like him too. It sounds like he's very difficult to get along with.
Which I don't know if necessarily something that Joe Schoen's going to want to deal with, or
and what do you just have in Brian Daboll?
Yeah, right. But I don't know. I mean, I think I don't know what their relationship was. I get what you're saying as far as like his relationships with the coaching staff, which I think, I mean, for me, if you're going to hire him, is really important because you're going to have to get the right offensive coordinator in here.
Absolutely. Again, I'm not a lot of these guys interest me, but it's not just the head coach. It's about what you surround the head coach with as well.
Well, I mean, that ends up, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, that ends up being the downfall of Brian Daboll, is his decision to go with Shane Bowen.
Yes. Crushed
right?
him.
I mean, if the defense was playing at a certain level, you're probably not giving up 33 points in the fourth quarter to Denver.
If the defense played a good brand of defense for 60 minutes, then Brian Daboll, we're not even having this conversation right now.
I mean, they're 5-5, right? I mean, here's the problem that Brian Daboll ends up having to deal with and ends up costing him his job is that they're not losing games because of, rookie quarterback making rookie mistakes.
Which you'd be okay with. They're losing games because of coaching.
Right.
Can I tell you about something, though?
Is it Bathfitter? Because I love Bathfitter.
Yeah, it is Bathfitter. And I want to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. They have all types of custom bath renovations, including the unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. That, my friend, is very important, the watertight fit. There's no money down. There's no payments. There's no interest for 18 months. That's a year and a half to you and I. 1.5 years. All right? There's no interest until April of 27. You can check out Bathfitter's Permanent Fit Solution. It's durable and easy to clean with no demolition. Take advantage of Bathfitter's biggest sale of the year, and it's going on right now. Save up to $800 on a complete Bathfitter system. See their website or call for details on this Black Friday savings. You can trust the Bathfitter team just like we did at my home. So here's what I suggest. Start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com because there's only one Bathfitter. Let's take a break, come back, and the calls, they're all lined up. We want to get to you guys, continue to talk about the Giants, the state of the Giants, where you go from here, what coaches interest you, how Shane is still employed. It's DNR with you, ESPN New York.
You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off and to wear a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
John Ryan.
Yeah, Dad.
I think I came up with a killer slogan for our law firm. D'Agostino and Associates, bite back.
Bite back?
Yeah. When someone hurts you, you bite back. We'll be the law firm that bites back.
Dad, that's brilliant. Accident victims, call D'Agostino and Associates and bite back. Hey, we could even put a big vicious dog on billboards everywhere.
Yeah, and Rottweilers on buses.
Hey, how about a toll-free number?
What are you thinking?
Like 1-800-BITE-BACK.
1-800-BITE-BACK. That's brilliant.
But what if people hear fight back?
Easy. I'll spell it out for them, like 1-800-BITE. Back. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222.
Love it. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
All this talk about biting back got me hungry.
Me too. Want to grab lunch?
Sure. Hey, how about a jingle?
You mean like D'Agostino, Law, Bite Back?
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same-day and next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. Jay Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
This college football moment is brought to you by Serve Pro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on September 24, 2016, when Tulsa found themselves down 31-0 to Fresno State with 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Tulsa fought back to tie the game at 41. And then won 48-41 in double overtime.
Serve Pro. Like it never even happened.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
That's right. That's right. That's wrestling.
Stephanie Vaquer, it's the women's world champion.
Come on, Dave.
You should know. This is a big deal, like as you said yourself.
You think he's got time with all the docs he's watching and the TV series he's watching to pay attention to wrestling right now?
Terrible. Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think you need to be fully invested and interested to maybe know. Yeah. Yeah, listen, I'm not watching wrestling, all the time, but I occasionally check into it.
Okay. Well, felt like he was a little disappointed that we didn't.
I was a
humongous
wrestling fan growing up.
Who is?
I was a huge wrestling fan.
I was too when I was a kid.
I go back to my mother's house. I have all you name it, like all the figurines and everything else. The ring.
I went to WrestleMania 3.
That's a big deal, actually.
That is a big deal. Mm-hmm. I got a beautiful picture with me and John Cena.
Yeah. See,
nice.
Cena is not my era. I'm more of a Hulk Andre era of wrestling.
Superfly, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior.
That's my era.
I think Cena's a Grand Slam champion as of last night.
JYD, Coco Beware.
I love Coco Beware. Junkyard Dog.
Yep, that's JYD.
I'm just going to mention all the 80s guys now.
British Bulldogs.
That's right.
Rick the Model.
That's my. This is. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. That's my wheelhouse.
Big Boss Man guys, are you?
Oh yeah.
How could you not be, right? Come on.
That's my wheelhouse.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I love Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
He was the Intercontinental Champion of the world, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
I loved him.
That's my wheelhouse. But this lady, I didn't know who she was. I'm sorry.
That's a shame.
Play some music about it, would you?
Yeah, play some sad music that he doesn't know. That'd be nice. That'd be a nice little touch for him.
I'm sorry. That's the Macho Man. His brother also was a wrestler.
I almost paralyzed Ron Hainsey wrestling.
Yeah, we've heard this, I think. What did you do? Try to put him in some kind of a move?
No, he asked me to do it. He loves wrestling. Loves wrestling.
Really?
He's like, hey, why don't we go back in the backyard on that trampoline and you can suplex me. Put me in the tombstone. I was like, I don't think that's a great idea, Ron. No, do it. Let's try it.
You know what RJ just says in my ear? He's such a bad guy.
Tom PJ.
Quote, as riveting as this all is, and then he just stops talking.
What a bad guy he is.
Yeah.
We can't take one little break, RJ.
You're talking about the Giants for 2 hours and 51 minutes. You spent 90 seconds to talk about something we're reflecting on, and now all of a sudden.
In fairness, this is the typical. This is like the movie segments with Dan Grasso. It's
Listen, you can't be trusted.
You throw it out there, and you just spend 3 minutes mentioning nothing but guys from the 80s.
I know what you want, RJ. Let's get back to the calls. Let's go to Brian in Manhattan, Rick's buddy. Good morning, Brian. How are you? No wrestling talk.
Hey, guys. I wanted to bring up Pedro Morales and Bruno Sammartino.
No, not now.
But I won't. I Look, I never like to see people lose their jobs. Obviously, NFL head coaches or sports head coaches have so much money that they're given on the way out. It's hard to feel too sorry. But think about it in New York. We got Laviolette, we got Thibodeau, now we got Daboll. We can't keep any coaches, and it's because we're not hiring the right coach. I mean, maybe Thibodeau was the right guy at the time, but there seems to be a problem. And why can't we find a guy like Shane Steichen? How come other teams find good young coaches who are actually good? I mean, I was watching the Rams and the Niners Sunday.
Yeah, but Brian,
and
the Colts
Rams are much better.
Brian, the Colts are kind of a mess last year, no?
Yeah, but I mean, yes, but he's obviously. I mean, don't you think he's a good coach, Rick? I mean, he's got a great mind. He's animated on the sideline without being like a doofus like Daboll. I don't know. I like him a lot. It looks like Philadelphia generates a lot of, like, they're the new sort of assistant coach farm team. I don't know. Like, hiring is the most important thing of any job, right? Whether it's a corporation or a sports team. And the Giants, and maybe it's Mara, and I know he's sick, so you can't jump on the pile there, but we just don't seem to have that gift for hiring.
You're not wrong, Brian. And thanks for the phone call. I mean, you look at what they've been through. Joe Judge, Pat Shurmur, Ben McAdoo. Now it's been bad.
Right, it's been real bad. I mean, I gave you the record since they fired Tom Coughlin. Listen, I like Shane Steichen also. I mean, they also drafted Anthony Richardson. They have a lot more talent than the Giants have, right? I mean, their offensive line isn't an issue like it has been with the Giants.
The amount of talent they have compared to the talent the Giants have is worlds apart.
Right. So, I mean, is it, I mean, I would probably argue it's the combination of the both. I don't think it's just they can't hire the right head coach. I don't think they're hiring the right GM also.
Well, they don't have the players, firstly. They don't have the depth on this team. Paulson Adebo goes out, and all of a sudden your season falls apart. That should not happen.
No, I mean, look at their offense. I think they should be better defensively. I would probably lean towards blaming more coaching on the defensive side of the ball, but I mean,
agree.
Look what they have offensively. It's nowhere close to what Indianapolis has offensively.
Oh, come on. They have the best running back in football right now. I mean, Pierce is really good.
Tyler
Pittman's
Warren.
really good. Warren is a star.
So, I mean,
what are we talking about?
Pittman, yeah, I mean, it's just, I think it's the combination of both, which is why I'm shocked that they're going to let Joe Schoen hire the next coach.
I feel the same way. And that to me is of all of Daboll, Shane, Bowen, next coach, like all the different avenues to discuss, the one that has me the most bothered and to me is the biggest story is you're doing it all over again. You're having the same guy make the decision of who's the next coach and run the franchise.
Here's the other thing, though, too, and why I guess, I mean, I push back sometimes and I just get frustrated. I mean, was it Laviolette or was it the players? Right? I mean, how much different does it look with Sully?
Not very different.
Right. So, I mean, was it Tibbs or was it the players they brought in and gave Tibbs? We'll find out.
Also, Tibbs had some massive success.
Right. But I'm saying, like, I mean, they didn't think that Tibbs was going to be the one that took him over the hump, right? Like, he could get you to a certain point. Right, and then Bridges doesn't want to play for him. Cat doesn't really want to play for him. So We'll see. Like, I mean, if Mike Brown goes out there and they get to the NBA Finals and they have a better season, then yeah, it was Tibbs. But if they don't, and it's more of the same, then I mean, at a certain point, the players do have to take some blame for it.
Absolutely, they do. All right, let's break. Come back, and maybe we get deeper into the wrestling. I don't know. What I do know is we'll be back in just a moment. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
to the net. Score!
The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat.
Barzell for Horvat. Score!
Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Join Optimum and MSG Networks November 15th from noon to 2 p.m. at the new Gateway store for a grand opening celebration. Meet Knicks alum Larry Johnson. Plus, enjoy a family-filled day with balloon animals, face painting, and a Chick-fil-A lunch on us.
New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games are the perfect gift for everyone on your list.
Like me, your Aunt Jules. I told you I didn't need a gift this year, but I secretly really want one.
Or me, your neighbor Frank. I hope you didn't forget I'm coming to your holiday party tonight.
Or me. Why does no one ever think of the voiceover guy? Anyway, New York Lottery's holiday scratch-off games have more winners and top prizes up to $5,000. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check if they're going for it on 4th down before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo
Touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Joe Schoen's going to lead the coaching search, which means he's not going anywhere.
Which is unbelievable. You've been a train wreck of an organization.
Yeah, I think Brian Daboll got too concerned about what everybody else thought about him.
It feels so Jets-like. So here we go again.
There's no track record now with your owner and making smart decisions at either GM or coach.
It has not worked out. That is 100% true.
The only thing that gives me any solace is that I feel like they have the quarterback, which is a huge piece to the puzzle. But other than that, we're back to square one again.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
All right, big 9 o'clock hour. DNR with you, ESPN New York. We're going to bypass the wrestling this hour and dive back into Giants conversation. I can't believe that Joe Schoen is the guy. Like what would he have had to do to lose his job with the Giants?
It doesn't sound like anything.
So he's just Teflon in this situation. He's 20 games below 500 in 4.5 years or 3.5 years.
We've talked about this though. Could you not feel this coming though?
Yeah, but now that it's dialed in, it just makes me so upset.
We talked about this last year. Before they won the Colts game, right? The all important Colts game,
right?
So they weren't winless at home. That saved their jobs was. There's a chance it's not both. It's just Daboll. And then you go through the offseason where it's like, hey, everyone, just so you know, Jackson Dart's Brian Daboll's guy, which ends up being, a feather in Brian Daboll's cap.
It really does.
But, yeah, I think that it's probably a lot of behind the scenes of the improvements that they've made. And then, all the work that they've already done, probably leading up to this year's draft. There's a lot that goes into replacing the GM, and I don't think that they want to deal with that.
I guess, but
Or listen, or he has them convinced that there's plenty of talent and it's being underutilized by the head coach.
Which I think, and that's what Jordan kind of led us to believe, that the ownership group believes that the talent is there and they should be winning games. And the reason they're not is not because of Schoen, it's because of the coaches. It's a cutthroat business, man. It really is.
Well, it's about results, right? I mean, that's ultimately what it comes down to. And it's also about, keeping, the other part of it, which is the Dallas Cowboys, specialty, is keeping your fan base, engaged. And I got planes flying over the stadium, and I got people that has to be a part of it. There's the football part of this, and then there's also the business part of this. And when that football part starts negatively affecting your business part, I think that's when you really have to start deciding whether or not you want to make changes.
No, changes are made now. We talked about this a lot about the maturation of Jackson Dart and a new coach, which you're going to have right now, and you would think it's going to be a new full offensive regime, because I can't imagine Kafka's going to be back unless things are great, which is hard to believe. That being said, so Phil Simms was on with Gary Myers on Saturday, and we talked about this yesterday a little bit, and the discussion that we had is how much does this hurt his maturation? Phil Simms said it really doesn't. Here he is.
About the new offense, if he has to deal with a new one next year, he'll conquer it way before he probably even goes on the field to practice in the off season. And everybody, they have so many coordinators. Sometimes it's kind of uplifting too. Maybe not for him because he's a rookie if he has this, but you change your systems, invigorate you.
All right, so Simms thinks this is a non-issue.
Right, but it's I could understand you're invigorated because the system you're in right now really isn't working well. Jackson Dart's playing great football right now.
Yeah, but I listen, I think that Daboll deserves some credit for getting him to this point, but I don't think it's the only guy that could get him to this point.
No, I don't think it's the only guy either, but let's not, I think sometimes you make me so crazy.
Why?
Because you're so easy, it's so easy for you to just dismiss the fact that this kid is actually going out there as a rookie and playing the way he's playing with virtually no talent around him. And we're just it's just him. It doesn't matter who, who coaches him, he's just going to make it work. There has to be some credit. You keep dismissing it. There has to be some credit. Well, I don't understand.
The guy's 2-8. The guy's a bad head coach.
Right, but he's not. But I'm not saying
give him credit. You want to have a parade for him?
Right, but I'm not saying he's a good head coach. He's not a good head coach. He's doing a good job with Jackson Dart.
And I think that Jackson Dart is so good that another guy will do equally well. And
okay,
so
I hope you're right.
I hope so,
you're right.
too.
I don't think in year 2 you need to be invigorated by a new offense. In a perfect world, you like to build on the offense that you already have. I just learned this one. I just now feel comfortable in it. I know why we're doing what we're doing, not just what we're doing. The guys on the team know what we're doing, so now we can continue to build on that.
Okay.
As opposed to now,
but you're going to have more talent around him. You can't deny that next
right,
season.
Of course. But I'm saying, just for anybody, just in general, going into year 2 is when you're supposed to take your biggest step. And we've seen it happen. Listen, it happened to Drake May.
Drake May in year 2 is way better.
Drake
with
May's
the new
awesome.
Staff.
But Drake May also got Drake May also got Mike Vrabel, who a lot of us would kill to have as our head coach, and Josh McDaniels. That's a pretty dynamic combination again.
It's a great combination. Maybe the Giants will land a great combination.
Well, but that's what we don't know.
We have no idea. It's all speculation until we get some answers. And the problem is you're not going to get answers all that soon.
No, you won't. You'll get your answer on Kafka, I would imagine. That's why you make the move when you make the move, right? See if he's a legitimate candidate. Why just take his word for it when I can actually see it in
That's
in
right.
practice?
You know what? You want to test? Here, take the test.
Here
we'll
it is.
See if you can pass it. Now, I think you're asking for him to do a lot in the final 7 games.
But that was why I got crazy yesterday. It's just Jackson Dart is playing really well. Jackson Dart's having the amount of time he spent with Brian Daboll and Kafka's doing his is focused on his one thing. Now all of a sudden you're taking Kafka out of that and he's got to focus on doing everything. How much does that affect? You know what I mean? That's the time management. Like Ulbrich, he couldn't handle it.
It's a lot to handle.
It was too much for him. So, listen, I get it. Now I get it, and I understand why they did it, and it's the right move, just because we got to figure out if this guy can be a head coach or not. But, the more I think of it, the idea of Marcus Freeman, that scene, in theory sounds good, but, I got to tell you, I think I would much rather have a proven commodity. Right? I don't know what the appetite is for John Gruden. That would be something that makes sense for me. Bill Belichick, as much as you don't love the girlfriend thing, I mean,
I don't know how. The coaching aside, I think the coaching need to be fine. I don't know how.
Well,
the girlfriend
listen,
thing.
How much does he want the job?
Here?
How much does he want the job? Right? Like, I mean, if he really wants the job,
right?
That could be,
if you're desperate for it, are you willing to separate from that?
Right. Like, I mean, no one's saying break up, but does it have to be does she have to be such a big front and center piece of what you're doing?
Because it's a big deal in North Carolina, which for the most part, football, like we don't care at all. The Giants, if that kind of stuff comes out with the Giants, you'd be crucified.
It's a big deal because it's Bill Belichick.
Right. It's a big deal because it's Bill Belichick, but it's Bill Belichick on the Giants. It's a bigger deal.
Right. I mean, unless everyone wants to say he lost his fastball, right? Like he can't coach anymore. He's not having success. I mean, he did take on, 70 new players?
Right.
So
they're trying to restart the entire thing.
So, I mean, if he jumps in here, he gets the job. I think people will be excited about it.
They will, and I will, actually.
And then all of a sudden, I mean, defense is much better. You hire the right offensive coordinator. You're winning football games. No one cares about the girlfriend.
I mean, look at if it's quiet, nobody. If you're winning, nobody cares. You're right. If you're winning, it doesn't matter. If you're not winning, it matters a lot.
Buddy, listen to me. Winning cures everything.
I agree.
Do you think right now that it wouldn't be one of the biggest topics of conversation in the NFL if the Colts were losing football games that their owner was on the sideline with the headset on?
I think it'd be massive.
It'd be a massive story.
Winning cures everything.
Now it's like, well, why aren't more owners doing this? Well, most owners aren't doing that because you're supposed to just let the coaches coach. That's what you do. Hire the coach, let him coach. Not standing on the sideline taking notes about what's being called and not called. If they were losing, that would be all over the place.
But I mean, that's what happens with winning anywhere, any field, anything. You're winning, and all the problems they just magically go away.
Okay, so that would be my question to you: do you think Belichick, with Jackson Dart, is still capable of winning? Because if you do, then that whole girlfriend thing is going to take a back seat. You're not even going to be that. We won't even be talking about it. It'd be like a cute story. It will be.
I think no. I understand what you're saying. I'm intrigued by it. I'm intrigued by it.
If he went to North Carolina and had immediate success, completely turned that program around, right? I mean, they're a team that's being mentioned in the CFP,
right?
No one would give a rat's ass about what's going on with his love life.
But you know what else? The girlfriend wouldn't be nearly as big of a story because he was having success too,
right?
So the fact that they stink and they get blown out by teams like was it TCU in the opener, it matters.
So I mean, if that's what you think. That he could step in.
I think he could. Again, I mean, he had massive success with a young quarterback. Yep. Massive, right? Who was really, really good. Now, I'm not comparing Dart to Tom Brady, but he had massive success with Tom Brady. And he's an attention-to-detail guy. I'll tell you what's not going to happen. Jamie Gillen's not going to miss the kickoff zone over and over. You're not going to have the kicking issues like you have over and over. You're not going to blow 30-point leads over and over. It's just not going to happen with Bill Belichick.
No, it's not going to happen. Right? So, I mean, the whole accountability thing, I mean, we could solve that right away. And it's just like, I mean, at what point do you just say, like, enough is enough? We can't keep going on this, hey, good coordinator, could be a good head coach, but we don't really know. Like, and I don't know what's going on inside the building. I don't know what's going on with, health-wise and everything else. But, like, I mean, if you really wanted to make a statement, I mean,
that'd be a statement.
It'd be tough to argue against that.
That'd be a statement. You know what the funny thing is? New York, as pathetic as it's been, would be like the capital of football. You'd have Bill Belichick, and then the Jets would own the drafts the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you would.
Like they'll combine for 6 wins this season, but the capital of the NFL would be right here in New York.
Yeah, I mean, again, like all this is contingent on too. Like, I mean, what are you bringing with you? Like even Bill Belichick. Like, that excites me. I think that would probably be, I mean, I would probably lean into that if he really wanted the job. But it's also like, okay, what's coming with you? Like, who's going to be the one? I mean, I know you'll be a part of kind of like what you did with Brady, right? Like, I'm going to teach you about what the defense is doing and everything else. But, like, who's the offensive coordinator? Because we've seen what Josh McDaniels is. Like, as good as Vrabel is, like, the effect that Josh McDaniels is having on Drake May right now is undeniable.
I mean, is there somebody like that? And also what happens is, I mean, you're a Giants fan now, and I ultimately this isn't the end-all, be-all, end-all, but when you think about Bill Belichick, you have this thought of, like, he's a god, right? Like, what he's done with the Giants, what he's done. He comes here, and he stinks All of a sudden, because that's it for him, right? He's not going to be 77 years old taking a new head coaching job. His legacy, I think, is tarnished. I wonder how much that matters, if at all, to him.
At this point, with what you're seeing in North Carolina, I mean, what's the only way to get your? I mean, it's already taken a shot. I mean, Brady going to Tampa and winning a Super Bowl, it's already taken a shot. So, like,
then,
what's
failing in year one at North Carolina?
Right. What's the best way? I mean, what's the best way to get that back? Where would you like to finish your career? If you're going to take one more shot, where would you like that shot to be?
I mean, you know what he thinks about the Giants.
Right, and now they have a quarterback.
Definitively, yes.
Definitively have a quarterback.
It's certainly an interesting conversation. And the more you think about it, the more enticing it is. There's some baggage there, and you got to be careful with that, I think. Patty in Schenectady. Patty, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, guys. I'm good, guys. How are you doing? Good?
We're hanging in there. What do you got this morning?
Feel you. Two quick ones. One, I think the question that we're going to find out really quick is, are the Giants ownership overvaluing the talent that they have? And I'm not saying that Daboll didn't deserve to be fired, because you are what your record says, and he definitely deserved to go and deserves some blame. Or do the Giants have the talent and the next head coach is going to work out? So to me, that's the interesting part. I think maybe they're overvaluing some of this talent a little bit, but only time will tell that. And the second piece that I wanted to touch on is, earlier you talked about how, yes, Dart needs to take less hits, but QB run and being physical in the QB run game is something that's part of his game. And I don't think that you knock Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts for those kinds of things. So I think as his career progresses, as long as he gets smarter doing it, that's something that you're going to enjoy out of his career.
I think that's exactly it. You're not going to eliminate, and thanks to God, him running the football, but you just can't.
Right,
and whether it's him or the coach or whoever, it has to be figured out.
Right, but it's going to have to be him, though.
Okay.
And Mel said the same thing. Like, I mean, and hopefully this is a wake-up call, right? When he has, I mean, again, I'm sure he sits down with the people that he trusts, like his inner circle, and they're like, listen, Jackson, like, this isn't about, proving to your teammates how tough you are anymore or how much you want to win. Like, they all know that. Their concern now is that the drop-off from you to Russell Wilson is so steep that you could feel it when he was out of that game.
But the second he left the game, you had this thought of, were they going to lose the game? And the second the Bears the Giants didn't have that far to go, right, to score a game-winning touchdown. You knew there was zero chance they were going to score the game-winning touchdown.
No chance. So we need you available. Like, we need you available. So, you've been in the tent 4 times already for concussion tests. Now you got a concussion. Like, it's time to wake up.
Right. And listen, quarterbacks go through that maturation. What worries me a little is there was sound last week of him saying, this is how I play, and it's not going to change. Well, it's got to change. You can't.
But we all, you know how we are. I mean, you were the same way as a young kid. Like, the stuff you would do as a young kid is way different than the stuff you would do now.
Absolutely.
Right, because you're indestructible at that age.
Right,
yeah,
but,
I can
but now
play
you
this
realize
late.
you're not. And guys, I'm sure, are telling you cannot continue to play football like that.
100%.
And it's not worth it.
Well, no, I mean, listen, in his mind, it's worth it. That's the thing. You can tell him it's not worth it. In his mind, it's worth it. Like, that's who he is.
Yeah, but
that's what makes
not.
Jackson Dart makes him Dart. But he'll, eventually you'll realize that. Like, now, some of the stuff now, that you would normally do as a, this might be a terrible example, and I don't want to get too off track because we got to stay focused.
Don't make it a wrestling analogy, whatever you do.
No, so we, every summer, I'll take the kids to the lake. And there's this big giant rock that people jump off of. So they'll be 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. They get up on the rock, they'll dive, they'll do a backflip, whatever it is. Like, back when I was a younger kid, I'd be trying to do a backflip off the rock.
Yep.
Now, as a 40-year-old man, I'm like, what benefit is it for me to try to do a back? I could do it.
It's not worth it, right?
But do I need to get hurt? Do I need to get hurt doing a backflip off a freaking rock at 40 years? No, that's just dumb.
It's just not worth it.
So
I agree.
he'll figure it out. I mean,
all right.
I think
and if he does, listen, if it's part of a maturation process, then that's fine. He suffered, a lot of concussion tests, a lot of time in the blue tent. Obviously, it's an issue. If he learns and he's a better version of himself moving forward, then that's probably worth it. It's probably a good thing to have learned that lesson. Well, let's go upstate. Let's go to Thomas. Thomas, you're on ESPN New York.
Hey, gents. Good morning. How you doing?
Good. What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, just want to reiterate, you guys, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but the Giants needed to wait until the end of the season and clean house immediately. I feel like they just delayed the inevitable by
but they're not
going
to though. They're not.
Yeah, it's too late.
They're not cleaning house though.
Yeah. But let's
they're
look
gonna
at Shane's
they're gonna let
track record.
Joe Shane take him on this little coaching search journey.
Shane has hit on some players, obviously, but when you look down the list of McKinney, Daniel Jones, what he's done with Banks, giving Slayton more money than he offered Saquon. What happened on Saquon on Hard Knocks with Saquon? It was just a complete disaster. I think the Giants are now more like the Jets than the Jets.
Well, we say that all the time. The Giants are the Jets. They're right there. They're right there together.
Like, how many players has he really hit on, though?
He's hit on some.
But I mean, some on picks that you and I could have made. I mean, some, like, he hit on Malik Neighbors, but if it was up to him, would he hit? I mean, it sounds like it was Daboll that wanted Malik Neighbors.
And what are we going to have, a party because the guy hit on the 5th pick in the draft?
No, we shouldn't. I mean, we shouldn't
have
to.
Oh, my God, hit on the 5th pick in the entire NFL draft. I mean, the ones he deserved, like Scadaboo, that's a good pick.
Scadaboo's a good pick. Yeah, Scadaboo's definitely a good pick.
If you look at the Eagles and you look at what they're doing in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th rounds, that's how you win in this league.
Well, Dave, I mean, you got a whole draft pretty much. I mean, the 2023 draft was a disaster, right? I mean, you got a 24th overall pick that you don't even really want to play, right? I mean, is John Michael Schmitz very good?
No.
Right. I mean, Jalen Hyatt doesn't play. I mean, that whole draft. I mean, you might as well just erase a whole draft.
Right. So it's Banks, who's awful, Schmitz, who's not very good. It's Hyatt, who you traded up for, by the way. Eric Gray, who I don't even know if he's in the NFL now. Trey Hawkins, who everyone was ecstatic about, is gone. Jordan Riley and Javarius Owens. So you have nobody from that draft that makes any impact on this team. That's from 3 years ago.
Right.
So how are you supposed to win in this league like that?
It's tough, man.
It's really tough. RJ?
Hi.
RJ?
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. You going to run point on around the league or stuff you missed or whatever it is you do at this point?
I could do around the league. That would be fun. You want to do that?
How about this guy? How about Olaf Penny?
Okay.
He says, I just deleted the app. You guys are terrible. Talking about the Giants for this amount of time.
See, RJ, this is your fault.
That's right. Had
Olaf
Olaf been listening to some of the wrestling conversation, RJ, he'd be back in.
Is Olaf the snowman?
Yes.
Oh, man, we lost snowman.
You lost the snowman.
Right, with winter coming, too.
Right.
No, but Olaf didn't like the winter. He wanted the sun.
Well, give us more give us more rock stories then.
You know what? This stuff you missed better be so Giants-centric.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Go ahead, RJ. I don't want to stand in your way.
I could sing right now, but I don't want to get yelled at.
Go ahead. There's greatness. Let's hear it.
Walk-up three-pointer. He got it! See ya! Score! Put it in the box!
The you missed.
We're clearly going to pick apart every mistake that I will inevitably make.
Yeah, we will.
But so, I will start by attempting to butter one of you up. Because last night, Ilya Sorokin tied someone we know for the third most wins in Islanders franchise history.
Would you consider this buttering him up?
Yes, it's buttering.
130 career wins.
It's not enough.
Yeah, that was what.
Now you just depressed me, RJ. This is not. That didn't work.
Well, Matt Barzal scored an overtime. Islanders win, and you beat.
Been working with this guy too long. I knew how he would react.
You knew he wasn't going to react well to that.
I had a feeling.
Me. Yeah.
Talk about The Rock, RJ.
The Rock will. The Devils.
Sure, you don't want to talk about Sergeant Slaughter?
The Devils play at The Rock, and they
More
lost.
in your generation.
So, Artemi Panarin scored a couple of goals. Rangers ended a franchise-worst 7-game home losing skid. They take down the Predators 6-3.
Scored goals last night.
Benny Trocheck's back and we could score. Yes.
Yep. Congratulations.
Benny Trocheck's a huge piece of your team.
Yes,
Huge
he is.
piece.
Yes, he is.
Do we even know what the injury was, Ray?
The upper body. That's how hockey goes.
I get that, but we have no idea what it was.
Why would you ask
UBI,
a question?
Dave. It was a UBI, okay?
Why would you ask the question you know the answer to?
Well, I don't know the answer.
You do know the answer. It's an upper body, and that's
upper
all.
Body.
And that's all.
Upper body.
Great.
Speaking of bodies, how did your mole check go yesterday? Good?
Oh,
good.
Yeah.
Everything's good.
I actually thought about that. That was one of the first things I thought of this morning. I'm not even kidding. But I forgot to ask you about it. So
Well, you didn't care.
I do care.
Yeah, we do. We care about you. I don't want you to get any melanomas or anything.
Everything looks good. I made an appointment. I love it when I'm checking out yesterday at the dermatologist's office. They're like, all right, so we'll see you in a year. You want to make that appointment? I'm like, oh, okay. So now I have an appointment for November the 13th of 2026.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
So I've only ever gone one time. I would yell at myself here for going on a tangent. But the sounds that the dermatologist makes while examining, it makes you think everything's wrong. Ooh.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know what kind of dermatologist you're going to. I didn't have that at all.
Very unapproving.
Like an ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
but then I asked, I was like, what's
like
wrong?
Tony Romo?
Yeah, but then I asked, I was like, what's wrong? And he was like, oh, nothing.
I don't like the shape of this one.
Yeah. Defensive battle last night. Interesting decisions made at the end of the game. All favors our friend Raymond because he walks away winner. So do the Eagles.
It's grotesque.
They beat the Packers
Whatever.
10-7 because
I'm not doing well
You took
right
them
now
in the
picks.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, right. But that's I'm
And
not.
sat there and went, "Cuckoo, cuckoo."
I'm not a Cowboys fan. I don't root for the Cowboys or the Giants.
Logic has to prevail sometimes.
It made no sense. They won that game.
How
they
can
were awful. They were awful last night.
Serious question: how can anyone believe in the Packers right now? How can anyone? That's my logic behind it.
No, it doesn't excuse your behavior. You went five straight picks, the same as RJ, and then you picked the Eagles.
You want me to just fly in the face of logic? That's what you want?
No, I want you to pick a different game. Is what I want.
Yes, I agree with that.
I wish I had picked a different game than Panthers Saints. I wish I did, but I didn't.
Gross.
And now I'm what, 14-16?
Now you wonder why your football team stinks.
Wow.
Alrighty. You know what? I'm going to bite my tongue.
Well, we haven't spent any time on this. Garrett Wilson, that knee he re-injured, going to cost him 3 to 4 weeks.
That's great.
What's the difference? They don't throw him the ball anymore.
Well, he did his first game of his career last time without a catch.
Right.
So I guess to your point, literally it does not make a difference because he didn't catch the ball. Elsewhere
we
around
had -5 passing yards in the first half.
That's not great. That's not great. But that played to Breece Hall, though.
Outside of the one screen pass, which went for a touchdown, I think he had 12 passing yards.
Won
3 phases of the game, okay? Special
That's
teams,
right.
special teams.
He threw for 54, and that was a 42-yard screen pass. So yeah,
That's right.
That's
right.
Packers need a new center. Their center Jenkins has a lower leg fracture, so he is out moving forward. Sean McDermott, by the way, this was interesting. So he was asked about Joe Brady. So we view Joe Brady as a possible up-and-comer for a head coach. People in Buffalo are not super pleased with him because Sean McDermott had to answer a question yesterday as to whether or not he'll be the OC moving forward. And he said there's no pressure on him or no plans to make a change at this time, which I thought was interesting. Joe Burrow practiced yesterday. He was limited out there for the Bengals. He hopes to return at Thanksgiving, which for those that glance at the old calendar is in about 2.5 weeks.
2 weeks from Thursday.
Yep. So
I'm already getting anxiety.
About Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
You cooking?
Yeah, I'm
he always
cooking.
cooks, yeah.
I thought maybe you might take a year off.
I'll be eating on Thanksgiving.
We know you will. We know you will. Rob Gronkowski says he plans to retire a Patriot, and Dan Quinn has taken over the defensive coordinator duties, essentially calling the defense.
That should help.
When the team falls apart, head coach gets more involved.
I'll tell you what, I like Dan Campbell taking the menu-style laminated sheet. It's like, you know what? Give me this thing. I'm calling the plays now.
Attaches that thing right to his pants.
I like it.
Eagles-Lions this week, by the way.
Ooh. That's a good one.
Massive game.
That's a good one. Also of note, because we kind of lose track of this, so Nick Kurtz and Drake Baldwin are the Rookies of the Year. Neither of us took them in our MLB Picks Showdown, which we made back in March. But there's still some stuff on the line. There's some Otanis out there for MVP. There's a Tarek Skubal out there for Cy Young. By the way, as of right now, you know who leads? Buster Olney.
No
Buster
way.
Olney's leading right now?
Right. I mean,
he took the Reds to win the division.
Well, I don't think he's going to get any postseason award, so he could lose it. But right now he leads.
Well, where is Buster?
He's gone AWOL.
He's enjoying the offseason. That's what he is.
He's gone AWOL. Bruce Bochy has returned to the San Francisco Giants in a special advisor role. Kyle Hendricks retiring after 12 seasons. And bail for Luis Ortiz, the Guardians pitcher, with the pitch rigging case, $500,000.
Cool.
Sounds like sportsbooks, by the way, are going to, which I didn't even know you could bet on, pitch selection and velocity.
I can't even believe that's an option.
It sounds like they're going to put a cap on that for $200 where they're moving.
But by the way, did you hear how long jail time could be for these guys?
It's like 60 years.
Decades, yeah.
Yeah, 60 years.
You want to make an example
Imagine
of somebody?
that, though. Imagine if you are, like, they do put you in prison.
What'd you do?
What are you in for? Throwing balls.
I saw.
What kind of balls?
Yeah.
I think it was Class A because I read that I think it was him that 7 out of the 8 times that they did the rigging of the pitches, it was successful. So I did some digging.
Allegedly.
I was like, allegedly, it's important. So I was like, I wonder what happened on the one. He spiked a curveball like 4 feet in front of the plate, and the guy swung at it.
Really?
He's like, you got to be kidding me.
When the guy swung, he's like, what are you doing? Idiot.
Around the NBA last night, Cade Cunningham scored 46, took 45 shots. Pistons beat the Wizards in overtime. The Heat stole a win over the Cavs. Nice buzzer-beating play. Alley-oop at the rim to win. And last night was a good one for Cooper Flagg. Had a career-high 26 points. But all the fans wanted to do was chant "Fire Nico." So things are not going.
Because Luka's not off to a good start.
You see, Nico has like removable seats so he can get out easy.
What do you mean removable? He can pick up his chair and take it with him.
Like he can get out of the arena very easily when they start to boom.
Escape plan ready to go.
Basically,
Mavs lose. They're 3-8. They fall to the Bucks. Victor Wembanyama, 18 of 38, came in the fourth. Spurs outlast the Bulls. Desmond Bane hit a tough three at the buzzer to help the Magic beat the Blazers.
Yama.
LeBron sounds like he's on track to practice with the Lakers G League team as he makes his way back. And Houston leapfrog Purdue, new number 1 in the AP Men's College Basketball.
Anyone care to guess what Luka's averages are this season so far?
I have no idea. I haven't been paying attention.
Anyone
at
interested?
all.
What are you looking for? Points all across the board, the 3 stats?
Yeah, give me points, rebounds, assists.
I'm going to say 33, 11, and 9.
Oh,
that seems pretty good.
37, 9, and 9.
That's not bad.
37, 9, and 9.
My guess was pretty good.
Yeah, pretty damn good.
Without having any real idea.
Good job.
Thank you. You done?
Yep.
That's nice. We'll come back and, we'll get to Olaf, more of the Giants.
Olaf's
DNR
gone.
with you, ESPN New York.
Listen up, football fans. At Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
All right, let's see what's happening on the roads and bring in Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. On this Veterans Day, just want to say thank you to our veterans. Alternate side parking rules are suspended. Metered parking rules in effect. Watch for delays right now as you head to the Bronx River Parkway southbound at the Bronx Zoo. It's an accident. 1 lane blocked. Van Wyck southbound slowing down at Liberty Ave with construction. 15 south at Berkshire Valley Road in Wharton. An accident being cleared. It's sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Caffeine doesn't have to be bitter or boring anymore. 5-Hour Energy shots are bringing the flavor and energy. One of my personal favorites, Strawberry Banana. It's giving smoothie vibes in a compact caffeinated shot. Whether you like your energy sour, fruity, or tropical, with 17 flavors, there's something for everyone. And yeah, it's got as much caffeine as a 12-ounce cup of coffee, but with zero sugar and no crash. Big flavor, tiny bottle, tasty caffeine done right. You can grab yours in-store or hit up 5hourenergy.com or order on Amazon today. This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom designs that let everyone know who you're rooting for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing stacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN, 1 free year of Perplexity Pro, and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Bart Carlin. Carlin was here early today. He was here like in the 7 o'clock hour during our show.
Right. He breezed right in, no traffic.
Yeah. I mean, those guys are ready to roll today.
Ready to roll. Can you imagine how long their meeting was today? Oof.
2.5 hours, I figure.
It's a long meeting.
Yeah, they love their meetings. And then, of course, it's the K show. When did the news break yesterday? Like 12:45, right?
I think somewhere around there, yeah.
So, I mean, this was a gift from the heavens for Michael.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he needs the gift.
No, I'm just saying, like when you're about to go on the air and you get news like that, it makes your show so easy.
Yeah, John sent us the breaking news at 12:46 yesterday.
Yeah, so right there.
Oh, there it is.
Yep. So the K show will be on it at 1, and then of course it's DHR.
And then you were 1 to go. Little did you realize that there was no more to go.
Little did I realize. And I'm highly disappointed in that. Now, the Jaguars did this a couple years back, where they played this game of the GM is safe, and then they realized it was so bad they had to. You think there's any chance that happens?
Right now at the moment, doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it.
I can't imagine over the next 3 games it looks much better, but I mean, we'll see.
I don't think it will, but I just like if you go 2-15, do you think they could revisit this and say, you know what? No, we're going to move on from Joe Schoen?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's just how. What did he have to do last year to get himself fired?
Apparently nothing. Can you imagine if let's realistically, what do you think the Giants are going to win? 5 games this year? They have 4 games this year?
Yeah, we'll go. I mean, we'll give him 2 of the last. You only give him 2 of the last 4.
Okay, so you're going to keep a guy and let him run a coaching search, having gone 7 and whatever in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah,
that's good work if you can get it, man.
Yeah, that's tough.
Let's go to Neil in Dallas. Neil, you're on ESPN New York. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Just a big fan of you guys. So I want to compare last year Patriots and this year Giants. I just want to say your Giants' future is amazing because you found your franchise quarterback the way we found Drake May, and we let Mayo go, and we kept Elliott Wolf, our GM. The same thing can happen. You guys have more key players than we did last year in Neighbors and everybody. So they don't lose hope, and next year Giants going to make
Neil,
big
I'm
plays.
never going to lose hope. I'm always going to be here. It's been a long time. Neil, how long did it take you going from Super Bowls to being now maybe the best team in the AFC? Wasn't all that long, was it?
5 years.
All right. So I mean, you were in the playoffs with Mac Jones, then you moved on, then you were bad for a minute, and now you look like you're going to be good for another 15 years. I've been, for the most part, and I'm not comparing it to the Jets, but for the most part, I've been irrelevant for 15 years.
No, correct. Yeah, but I'm just trying to say, like, next year Giants is going to, because we kept Wolf, we got a new head coach. If we get a proper head coach and proper OC, because Darn's like the same thing with Drake May.
Right, but you didn't just get a new head coach. I mean, the reason why you're so comfortable moving off Gerard Mayo is because you knew that Mike Vrabel wanted the job.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. I know that, but just saying, it's not going to be easy. But, yeah.
You got to trim. I mean, you got a slam dunk head coach. Thanks for the call.
Right, and it's
you got
not.
The,
I mean,
you got the head coach.
Right, you got the head coach, and you got Josh McDaniels. I mean, there's no look what's happening in Denver right now. I mean, Bo Nix is taking a step back. I mean, Jaden Daniels.
8-2, and they're booing him off the field.
I know. So, I mean, listen, they're still winning, which is great. But, I mean, in that division right now, I mean, which quarterback? I mean, how close is he to Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert? Right?
He's nowhere in the same stratosphere as those.
I don't think it's very close.
Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Knicks and the Grizzlies at the Garden, 7:30. Nets welcome the Raptors to Barclays at that same time, 7:30. And that is game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew. The original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. 800-919-3776. You know the number. Let's go to Tony in Putnam. Tony, you're on ESPN New York.
Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing?
We're doing great. Tony, what's on your mind today?
All right. So I was brainstorming on a new coach possibility, and the name that keeps coming to mind is Rex Ryan. You get Rex in there, straighten out the ship real quick, and the Giants will have some immediate success next year.
I don't want Rex Ryan. I don't see
don't.
the Giants even thinking about Rex Ryan. I have no interest in Rex Ryan. No, thank you.
But it feels like if Rex Ryan was going to get a head coaching job again, it would have been
the Jets.
The
Jets.
Giants. Right.
I actually don't think the Giants organization as a whole really likes Rex Ryan.
He looked like a slappy, didn't he?
So why would you do that?
In the caller's opinion, because he could turn it right around.
When I said don't play the slappies.
When was the last time Rex Ryan coached in this league?
The last time he coached in the league?
We're more than a decade out.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. Joe in Ocean Gate. Joe, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, guys. So wanted to give a huge shout out to all the fellow veterans out there. Just really appreciate, everything that every soldier's done for our freedom and for everything that, that we have. So, and then a huge shout out, my wife's first cousin just retired from the Army after 20 years. So, thank
awesome
you for
stuff,
that.
Joe. We appreciate you. We appreciate your wife's cousin. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So the Giants thing, I think Dart, I could see his pocket presence and all that stuff, and I could feel that he doesn't necessarily want to run. Like, I know he obviously has athleticism, he wants to use that and everything, but he does try to manipulate the pocket really well and then looks to throw and before running. It's just that none of the receivers or tight ends get any kind of separation.
But Joe, he takes way too much punishment, and he takes way too much unnecessary punishment. I think that's the problem. You're good. The way the Giants have to play with him, he's going to take hits. We get that. But you don't need to do what you do. Right?
Oh, we let him go? I thought we were still going to have a conversation there.
No, he was there. He wasn't answering.
He just wasn't answering? Yeah, listen, I think at some point the hope is that he figures it out. Because I don't think it's going to be a coach just telling him, hey, this is what we need you to do. I think it's going to be on him to make that decision.
Well, he has to figure it out.
Well, I actually think that during that, I mean, and you watched it, we all watched it. Like during the broadcast, they were talking about how much they had him under center, right? Like they were using him under center more, which I think is a way to help protect the quarterback. But I mean, the 2 touchdowns that he ran, he didn't get touched, and the one he ends up getting hurt on was because, right? I mean, he can't really slide in that position because he fumbled it. Recovered it and then put himself in a real, a tough spot when he got tackled.
Right, but it's just like some of the stuff, some of the hits. It's like, come on, you have to be smarter than that.
Right, but I mean, listen, I don't know if this is the case or not, but I got to imagine that if it's not, if it's not Daboll, it was Kafka. If it was somebody that had to be telling him, like as they're going over tape, when he's on the sideline using himself as a human spear or taking on Zach Bond. Hey, listen, Jackson, not necessary.
Correct.
We all know how tough you are. We don't need you to be doing this.
Right. I mean, we need you to be as available. Because,
yes.
Jackson, I got news for you. Look at what's behind you. It's a disaster. The one thing that I'm pleased with today is Jordan said if Dart can't play this week, he would be surprised if it wasn't Jameis Winston under center.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense because Russell Wilson just can't play anymore. He can't.
I agree.
I mean, that's the other thing, though, too. I mean, I don't know. I still can't get over 4th and goal from the half-yard line that we don't try to just – I mean, what do you have to lose? You just lost your job. What else do you have to – I mean, if you score a touchdown there.
Yeah, and it's weird. I guess it was you that had this, and this is a good point. Like, he came into the league, house on fire, go for 2 in a spot that, I don't know, was a little bit risky. And now, at the end, look at how far it's fallen. Now he won't even go for,
which makes no sense because you're year one. I know you're trying to set the tone, but, like, you're not going anywhere, right? Like, you're not going to get fired after year one. Right? Like, I mean, if you wanted to be, hey, by the book, we're going to keep the points on the board, and like because That's just who you were or who you are. To all of a sudden now, when you're like on the midst of you're on the verge of being fired, that's not when you're gonna. Wouldn't that be when you were being aggressive?
Yeah, one would figure. One would figure. All right, so here we go. You can line them up. We'll get to as many of your calls as we can. 800-919-3776. Then we'll hand over the baton to Bart and Carlin. It's DNR with you on a very busy Giants Tuesday on ESPN New York.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
Whether you're shopping, gaming, or streaming this Black Friday season, don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber for the fastest, most reliable, and most consistent internet speeds, starting at $25 a month. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com to switch. Act now and get a full year of Netflix, an unlimited mobile line, a $400 prepaid card, and more, all on us. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Optimum, don't take slow for an answer. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
All your favorite NBA players are back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. With more markets open for more of the game, DraftKings, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is live when others aren't. New customers, bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass. Plus, score $300 if your bet wins, paid in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass, plus get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
On the golf tee, it's Skechers World Champions Cup. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. It's PGA Champions Tour golfers from all over the world. Team USA versus Team Europe versus Team International. Watch it live December 4th and 5th on ESPN and ESPN Plus, 12 to 4 p.m. The competition will be tense, but feet will be comfy. Tune in to Skechers World Champions Cup. Final round of golf on Sunday, December 7th on ABC, 1 to 5 p.m.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
A licky boom boom down. DNR with you, ESPN New York. RJ just telling me, I don't know if he really believes it. He probably does. I don't look at RJ as someone that doesn't tell the truth. He thinks yesterday is a good day for the Giants.
Well, how could it not be a good day?
Yeah,
no, but it's like many Giants fans are kind of like, well, it's good that we moved on from the coach, but the GM is still here. And RJ says you'd be in a much better position.
It's a step in the right direction.
We've been having a debate too off the show. Maybe not a debate, a discussion, because my biggest criticism, I think, even above the Jackson Dart stuff lately, is that why if he was the one that really gets credit for launching Josh Allen on this pace, honing in his accuracy, which I'm not sure that's the case, but let's go with that. So why does he not call the plays? And when he does, this was in one of Jordan's articles, why does the offense succeed at a better rate when he does not call the plays? So we talk about the development of Jackson Dart. It is possible that in the long run, maybe even next year, he would have been held back by Brian Daboll. And on the offshoot of that, the concern with what I'm saying is, if we give him all the credit for Jackson Dart, and now you're left with the guy that was opposing him in that conversation on whether to draft Jackson Dart, that would be scary, because that would be Joe Schoen.
Yeah, but
right. But so how are you saying yesterday was a great day then?
Because I'm not a Brian Daboll believer.
Right, but that's fine. But I mean, the only reason why we're taking phone calls today that it's not the best day is because it wasn't Shane and Daboll.
Well, it's not the best day, but I think it was a step in the right direction.
Yeah, but the direction continues along with the GM that is not very good. Now, I will fight back at you a little bit here. I don't know that if he didn't want him, but you got him, and he's really good. So what difference does that make?
There's a world he limits the ceiling.
I don't know.
Of Jackson Dart?
But you have him. He's terrific. So even if you didn't want him, who cares?
Well, no, I think what RJ's talking about
I'm talking
is the pieces that you put around him.
Yes.
His ability to identify talent. Like if it was him saying, like, I mean, Malik Neighbors or Roma Dunze. I want Roma Dunze.
Gotcha.
Like, it just as far as like what players you pick and which players you don't pick.
I was asking RJ and Dave, Rick, what is Joe Shane's signature move to this point? Burns?
Probably. Yeah, it has to be.
So it would be that.
How he manipulated the draft, I guess. Last year,
or how
Daboll wanted to take him 3,
how he never wanted
25 and move back up and didn't give a ton. I think it's got to be that.
I guess I am also, and you would know more than me, Dave. I'm not fully subscribed that Joe. This means he's fully back because he's going to lead the search. Well, Trent Baalke also led the search. You brought this up in Jacksonville just last year. And it came back that they wanted Liam Cohen. Liam Cohen said, I'm not working for Trent Baalke.
Correct.
What happened? Trent Baalke gone the next day.
Yeah, but it sounds like Trent Baalke is, Joe Schoen is really in the ear of whoever is I guess Mr. Mara, the ultimate decision maker, right? That they think he's so good.
So then, yes, that would be the contrary to my argument then, because that could be concerning.
But again, if you go 2-15 or 3-14, can things change? I know right now they say we're going to move forward in this direction. Can it change over the final 7 weeks of the season?
No, you're going to find out.
Right. You're going to find out.
Right, but how many wins are you expecting? Like when you make this move, right? Like how many more wins are you expecting to have than that you wouldn't have had if Brian Daboll stayed on as the head coach?
I don't know that you get any more wins.
Are you looking for wins or are you looking for signs of improvement?
Yeah, but how is Mike Kafka? How is he improving the defense though, which has been the biggest problem?
But you're also you say signs of improvement. You're in every game to win it. So what would the improvement be?
The improvement would have to be on the defensive side of the ball where you close these games out. Which
but then you're winning games, so that's a massive improvement. No?
Yeah, it is. I just don't know how Brian Daboll being gone and Mike Kafka being in helps Shane Bowen in the defense. The reason why you're blowing these games is outside of the Saints game, which was all the turnovers, your quarterback being responsible for 3 of those, and your other rookie being responsible for 1 of them, is because you haven't been able to hold in the leads because your defense isn't very good.
Your defense isn't very good.
When you've spent a ton of money and draft picks on your defense, by the way, Joe Shane's responsible for it.
Correct.
Had this Paulson Adebo worked out?
No.
Has Javon Holland worked out?
He's not worked out, but not having him is glaring.
Right, it's glaring because of the lack of depth.
Correct. Well, whose fault is that?
Well, but here's the other thing, though. It's like I can't wait to get rid of Xavier McKinney. He goes out, leads the league in interceptions, and then I got to bring in a safety and pay him big money because I lost the one that was the one we probably should have kept.
Yep. Right. It's not well run. It's not well run. On the offensive line is still a problem. How is that possible?
You won 3 games last year. 3. 1 you probably shouldn't have won. And then you go into the season, and I mean, outside of some crazy people that are like, 7-8 wins, this team could easily win. Like, if you're being realistic, how many wins did you think you were going to have?
5
and
or
it
6.
wasn't right, but it wasn't because it wasn't necessarily. No one was saying, "Hey, they're only going to win 4 games because the coach stinks." It was going to be because the schedule's tough. We're not good enough. Right? It was more to the talent than we knew the coach was this bad,
which is a massive problem. And again, it goes back to the fact that you have brought this GM back again, and you've empowered him. Like, not only are you bringing him back, but you're saying, okay, you've done a good enough job that the whole thing runs now through you. They're going to either have egg all over their face. They're going to look like geniuses here.
And you can say what you want. Like, I mean, RJ just brought up a good example where it was, say, we prioritize the coach because we got to fix Trevor Lawrence, so we'll get rid of the GM. But, like, you don't think, as bad as it looks right now in North Carolina, you don't think that Atlanta would have been better off hiring Bill Belichick?
I mean, they're losing close games.
Right, but I mean, that was one of those situations where it wasn't like it felt like the owner was going to do it. Maybe Robert Kraft had some nasty things to say about Bill Belichick, but the people that he listens to didn't want Bill Belichick to come in and all of a sudden take full control.
Because they lose their jobs.
Right. So they're like, yeah, we don't even have Bill Belichick on our lists. Which the second I'm the owner and I look at your list and you don't have Bill Belichick on your list, like even if it was like 3rd on your list, I'm like, I can't take your list serious. Your list is a joke.
Now your list is playing into what's best for you, and that's not appropriate at all. Raymond?
You just made the list.
Hi.
Ray.
How's it
there
going?
you are. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good. You want to do the 3 stars?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Well, it sounds like you're not exactly gung-ho on it today.
No, that's not it at all. I just figured I'd give you a different flavor.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's go.
What flavor was that? Poop?
Today's 3 stars.
That's the Rick is irritable from home flavor. How about that?
Oh.
Number 3.
Your Rangers won last night and they scored goals. You should be happy.
I am happy. I'm thrilled.
Please, 3 stars, please.
Right in on the 3 stars. Number 3. It is kind of a weird day, and like I said, should be considered a positive for Giants fans. Some people are just thrown off. Listen to this caller, James.
James Lake Grove. James, you're next up on ESPN New York.
Hey, good afternoon, guys.
It's 8:40 in the morning, James.
Number 2.
I mean, more on the subject of the day. It's an emotional day for Dave Rothenberg. Listen to him.
Also, Game Time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Excuse me. When it's game time, it's Tully time.
I mean, for Rick, it's a day you have to enunciate things differently.
For me, right now, my priority. I don't know why I said it like that.
I don't know why you said it like that, but I appreciate you saying it like that.
Number 1.
No, it's a big day because we wake up people like Jordan Raanan, and he had a quick turnaround, but he had to answer the biggest question.
Jordan, anything going on in the world of the Giants lately?
Yeah, Brian Daboll got himself fired.
Yeah, that is important, but not as important as the reason why we had to wait a little bit for Jordan because, well, as he explained, and Dave, he doesn't pay attention to current events.
Traveling these days is tough, so I took a flight that left yesterday at 1 a.m. out of Chicago. Landed at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Jordan, there's like 50 flights a day from Chicago. Why did you take one at 1 in the morning?
Dave, do you know how hard it is to fly right now?
You are not paying attention to current events right now, Dave, and I understand there's a lot going on yesterday, but do a little better, okay?
No, you shut your mouth. I'm doing a great job, all right? Who schedules a 1 a.m. flight? Come back the next morning.
He didn't have a choice.
Didn't have a choice.
It's Rule 76.
No excuse playing a champion. It's DiPietro Rothenberg. And
to all the veterans, we thank you each and every single day.
Yes, thank you. Right here on ESPN New York and on YouTube.
Take out their wad of cash and pay me.
D'Agostino, law, bite back. I'm injury attorney John Ryan D'Agostino.